everyone, and welcome to Princes of Azamar, Epilogues. This is our 5th epilogue. What are you guys all gesturing about?
I'm just saying that you.
This is all weird. This is our 5th
Various
epilogue,
conflicting emotions.
The New House of Devere.
Woo!
Bum bum.
I guess we'll start with introductions. So, in the top left, I don't remember what we say.
You gave me so much shit for forgetting your thing.
It's twinsies.
It's Theo and Alex playing the twin blacksmith fighters, the Eldris brothers. You've probably heard of them.
Did you say Theo and Alex?
Yes.
Yeah, Billy and Alex playing Theo and Eridan, the Eldris brothers. Blah, 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 blah.
You love to see it.
In the top right, played by Brandon. Baronum Short, you can't hit him, he's too smart. I don't know any of these.
Got
These
that
are
one.
so good, Bobby.
See, it's hard.
It's so
Best
hard.
intro ever.
In the bottom left, Paladin, played by Nicole, Paladin, formerly of the Morning Lord, formerly of Mother Knight, now of Ilmater.
Hey,
Did
A+.
I get that one right? You have
Yeah.
too many gods.
Yeah.
And in the bottom left, played by our erstwhile DM, Jake, Rogar Ironheart,
The
King
opposite
of
of
the
left.
Dwarves. I said right. You misheard me.
Directions are meaningless.
We are currently missing Nadam, played by Lincoln. He will hopefully be showing up a little later.
Wait, Bobby, I'm sorry. I don't know who Rogar Ironheart is. Who is he?
Bridge breaker
Oh, I'm
only.
sorry. You would probably know him, as the histories refer to him as Rogar Bridgebreaker,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
for his
know
most
him.
famous historical act, destroying the bridge to Angate.
I also know him as Stone Cold.
Stone cold! Stone cold!
Destroying
Okay.
is a strong term. It was only like 100 feet of a 60-mile bridge. Like,
Yeah, but it's a
Absolutely
bridge, just like a binary thing. Either
Yeah,
there's
you
a
messed it up.
unbroken path across water, or there's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now it requires a 100-foot bridge to cross. When are we ever gonna get the money to do that?
Okay, so our setting is approximately a year since our last episode, which means it has been about 7 years since the fall of Vizeria, and all of you are asleep. So why don't we go around and everyone tell me, where are you sleeping? Where are you right now? What have you been doing in the last year?
No clue.
I volunteer to not go first.
Who volunteers to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Rogar,
I'm in the Mountain of Fire.
as one
I'm a
does.
king. I do king shit.
Sounds very boring. We're going to relieve that tedium for you.
I'm dreaming of gold.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I am deep below the ground in the Underdark, camping out on a little mission to find some mind flayers that's stowed away down here.
Ooh.
Hello.
Brandon.
One of the Eldris brothers has to go. Okay, Brandon can go.
Sorry.
I've actually been back somewhere in the Dwarven Kingdom, doing something Baronum doesn't usually like doing, which is mining for a specific gemstone. I don't know exactly fancy gemstones, so a
The
fancy
Arkenstone.
one. Yeah, the Arkenstone. I mean the Harkenstone. It's the legal one.
Doesn't drive you as insane.
Don't sue
and-
us, Christopher Tolkien.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm helping the
Please do,
dwarves
we'd
with
love
their
the
mining
publicity.
things. Not using my muscles because they're not good at picking. But yeah, trying to find that and so I can use it for a spell.
Find it using his mind.
Yep. Alex?
I think we're just probably at the palace, right? We have a
I
palace.
was gonna let you go first in case you want to be doing something weird, so.
Nah, we're just chilling.
You're not also in the Underdark?
Well, I sent Nicole a message on Slack, but I don't think she saw it.
Well, I didn't.
You can decide now. You can
I
have
realized
a
as we started, we should probably be on the same page.
yeah, sure. That seems a year, you know.
Sure.
So you're in the Underdark.
Yes.
Alright. Then I am sleeping next to my wife, Esmeralda. She's the best.
Okay,
In the
Okay.
palace. Chilling.
wonderful. So, you are all dreaming. And, by a truly bizarre coincidence, you are all having the same dream. You are standing in a sort of rolling, hilly kind of plain. You know, it's dark sky overhead, a little bit of grass, but mostly just kind of a brown field with some rolling hills. And trotting towards you, you see a goat. A mountain goat with black fur, very large, elaborate horns,
Like,
and a bird.
Are they the kind that like do the back biz?
Oh yeah, they're the full-on spiral horns. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And there is a bird perched on one of the horns. And as the goat comes up to you, the bird sort of flies off, flies towards you, circles around your head a bit, and then flies back to the goat, and the goat starts wandering off.
Us.
And you get the sense that it wants you to follow it.
I follow it immediately.
Okay.
Sure.
Following that bird.
No hesitation.
Look around while following the bird. Do we see each other in this?
No,
shared
you
room?
are you all only see yourselves.
I am blindly following the bird.
You are
like,
all having the same dream, but you are all having your own version of it.
Rogar follows the bird.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. I was hoping he would. And so you
Rogar
wander
smells the
along this.
pasta.
You wander along this plane for about 20 minutes or so, and you come to.
Plus you too.
It's kind of a long
Okay.
time.
Yeah, well, it's a big plane.
For a long time in a dream, you know?
That's true. Well, it's a dream, so in real life, it's probably just a second, right? It's
True.
dream time.
That's how Inception
And you
works.
come to a sort of gate. Not like a big grand gate, more like a garden picket fence gate. Under a little stone archway that you all have to, except Baronum, I guess, he's short. The rest of you have to duck to get under it. And you see the goat just sort of hop over the fence and walk away, and it disappears into the arch.
Like literally disappears, or like, it's just out of sight.
Yeah, maybe it's out of sight. You're not quite sure, to be honest. It's dream logic.
In an archway?
Yeah, this little like stone archway with a gate, with a little fence gate under it.
Yeah. I'll
And you
follow
could just
you.
easily walk up and open it if you wanted.
Are there any like carvings that say like don't enter this area? It's a reserve for goats. They're protected. If you're not a goat and you come in here, we'll goat you.
No, it's a pretty normal arch. You could imagine this as like just on some peasant farm somewhere.
All right, yeah.
When you're out collecting your taxes, you've probably seen this kind of thing before.
I just like shout a
They have
bunch. And I'm like,
underlings for
hello, I'm coming in to follow your goat.
I,
Theo runs out of cash. He just knocks on the door and says, "Taxes." Sorry.
A
Is this,
robust legal system.
Is this dwarven architecture or human architecture? Maybe
It's
These-
probably
this
human
stone
architecture. It doesn't bear the craftsmanship you'd expect from dwarven architecture.
Shoddy work for a dream of mine. Walk through.
It's almost like it's not your dream. Okay, so it sounds like Baronum's the first to walk through, but you all, I'm guessing, walk through this gate, and you find yourself standing suddenly in front of a much larger gate. And now you are very clearly somewhere else, and all five of you are together.
Oh.
Y'all don't typically
Why
appear
are
in my
you-
dreams.
I have dreams about you guys all the time.
Yeah. Except.
Wait,
for
why are you talking about your
Rogar.
dream? This is my dream.
It's my dream.
No, this is most certainly my dream.
Well,
Most of the
good sir, I think you are incorrect.
And a voice, while you guys are bickering about whose dream it is, I'll quickly describe this gate. This is actually a much more elaborate gate. Now we're looking at like a big wall behind which is clearly a city, but you actually can't see very well because you're kind of down the dip of a little like mini dip in the ground, and the wall is quite high. And this is sort of a plain metal stone wall. You know, mostly stone with sort of bands of metal reinforcing it. Nothing elaborate, but very large and very sturdy. And you hear a voice calling down from the top of it, "Hello! Do you wish to enter?
Yes.
One moment. I'll send the man down." You wait for a bit. And a, door opens at the base of this wall in this gate. And it opens and a man comes out. And he's carrying sheets of paper and quills. And he hands them to you and says, "These are your customs forms. Please fill them out."
It's the strangest dream I've ever had.
And if you look at the form written in a sort of blocky font that you don't really see a lot in Azamar or anywhere that you're familiar with, it's an unusual font. It says, "The Congressional Republic of Vizeria welcomes you." And then it has some very simple forms, very simple like questions. Name, where you're from, do you have anything to disclose, are you armed, what is
Yes.
your business in the city? And he says, please fill these out and hand them back to me, and then you'll be allowed in.
Vizeria?
Yes, that is the name of... Did you not know where you are?
How long has this place been established?
Oh, sir, I must apologize. I was never very good of a student of history. The city goes back hundreds of years, and the Republic at least 100.
We've got history.
Well, I mean, every place has a history, sir, surely.
What, like, are all the questions just like random customs?
They're all very easy. The only ones that are kind of tricky are like, is there anything you'd like to disclose, and are you armed? And I'll leave that up to you how you choose to answer that.
I'm gonna say no to everything. I'm not carrying anything. I'm not armed, and I'm gonna like pack my battle axe nice and hidden right in my back where it only sticks out 2 feet.
Very
Yes,
subtle.
parentheses 2. Parentheses 1 on each side. Close parentheses, close parentheses.
Okay, so as you fill these out and handed them back, he says to you, thank you, that's wonderful, very good, these responses all look satisfactory. And where will you be staying in the city, if you don't mind my asking? It's important that I know. And as he says this, Theo, you hear a voice in your head that you definitely recognize as Quoros' voice, and it says, the Grey Gate.
The Great, of course.
Sir, I would certainly hope not. The Grey Gate is a prison. But since you know it, I suppose I will allow you in. And he
Quoros.
he walks back into the gate and he gestures for you to go through. He says, he hands you all slips of paper. He says, these are your entry visas. These are good for 30 days. If you wish to stay longer, just visit any of the council houses and they'll be able to help you.
Can't wait for that bureaucracy.
What? So, did he say the name of this place?
Vizeria.
Yes, this is the Congressional Republic of Vizeria.
Right.
Like I said, Vizeria.
Is it at least a highly rated prison, though?
Oh, he's
Sure.
just he's just confused. It's I whispered to Burnham, I'm like, don't worry, it's a bar tavern place. It's just great.
Okay, so as you go through this as you go through this gate, and you enter the city, and you see a truly bizarre city, unlike anything you've ever seen. Just like very large buildings made out of unusual materials, a lot of metal, some things look almost like crystal. It's very strange.
Like the buildings are made out of crystal?
Some of them are, yeah. And it's laid out... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask if I have some of my, like, masonry tools.
I mean, you came here to dream, so I guess that's up to you.
I guess I'm saying, like, can I tap the side of the building and be like,
Yeah, if you want to walk up to the nearest building that you're interested in, tap it with your masonry tool, sure.
I'd like to, and then I'd like to, like, wave Airden and Burnham over and be like, check this out.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so the city it's laid out very organized. It's got a lot of straight streets with, square intersections. If you look up, you see these giant floating airships sort of moving slowly across the sky. And you're kind of still on the outskirts because you just came in the gate. And so most of these things that you're seeing are a little farther in the distance. This is mostly smaller residences, some of the guard buildings for the gate, some warehouses, things like that.
So it's like deep.
Yeah, this is a very large city.
Okay. Point up at the airships and be like, strange birds. Pretty big, too.
The gate officer hears you said, those are the airships, sir. They carry goods and people around the city.
Wow, that's some pretty amazing animal handling.
Yes. No, you seem new here. Do you need direction by any chance?
Yeah.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're looking for Grey Gate.
I was confident you were joking, sir, but if you insist, sure. And he gives you the directions to the Great Gate. It's,
right.
About a halfway, you can sort of see where the main center, the kind of busy part is, the larger buildings. And it's about halfway there. He gives you some cross streets that you can turn on and some landmarks you can identify.
I make sure Arena's listening. And then I say everything I can remember from the directions to Arena, and then I stop paying attention.
Okay. I got it.
Cool.
Just repeat it.
Okay, so you start. Well, I won't tell you what you do. What would you like to do?
We start walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to this prison.
Do you still want to do your masonry tapping thing?
Oh yeah, I do. I want to see if we
Okay.
can figure out what this is made of.
Can
The
I
first
assist?
crystal. Yeah,
Okay, never mind.
definitely. Do you have proficiency with the tools?
Yeah,
I do.
I even have tools.
Okay, both of you give me a whatever the tool. I guess it's an intelligence roll with the tools.
Yep. I got a 17, and Burnham got a 20, which is ridiculous because I have a plus 11.
Why do you have plus 11 in masonry tools?
Because I'm good at things.
That's apparently. So, you are actually able to determine some things about the structure of this building. It is indeed a very large hunk of crystal,
Wow.
and it's very clearly not naturally occurring. It doesn't look like a crystal formed by natural processes. It was clearly
So what you're trying to
formed by
say is
magic.
magic.
I am, in fact, trying to say magic.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I'm impressed unwillingly.
Unwilling.
You know?
That's actually quite impressive, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't count if it's on a plane with different laws. If it doesn't obey our magical laws, you can't bring it across to our plane. We won't allow it. That's why we have customs.
I think they have customs. I'm not sure we do. Oh wait, we do.
We
has
need
one.
to talk.
You definitely all went through Azamar customs.
Yeah, we
That
did.
said,
Yeah.
that those customs have not been in place for 7 years or so since the Empire fell. So
Yeah.
Oh dang,
Cool,
we
so
need to
guys,
put
we can bring anything back.
guys.
Good thing we
need
got rid of that
customs.
crap. Go us.
Cigars?
Okay, so you've done that. It sounded like you wanted to go to the Grey Gate.
I wander that
Yeah,
direction.
but what would you like to do?
Besides the airships and the crystal buildings, like, is there anything else that's like really weird? Because that's already pretty weird. Like,
What do the people look like? Are they weird?
yeah.
So you're still in a pretty sparsely populated part of town, but the people you've seen all seem mostly normal.
Okay.
They're wearing a very different style of clothing than you're used to. But they're just humans and elves and dwarves. As you get closer into the city, though, they start to look kind of. There's something you notice, which is a lot of them look very similar. And why doesn't everyone give me a perception check?
Doppelgangers.
All of them. Oh.
All of them. They're all doppelgangers.
Yes.
Look at
my
Staying
elf
consistent. I got a 3.
Nice.
I can
Got
see
a
that.
7.
I got a
Baron got
25.
a 1.
Got a
Yeah, go team.
Okay, well that was.
I'm very good at faces.
Rogar,
So-
did you roll your perception?
no, sorry, I've been distracted.
Be in the low crowd with us. Be in the below 7 crowd. please.
Woo.
My sight was
blind
good. I did
losers.
get
It would be
this
very
one.
hard for me to get below 7, seeing that my modifier is +7.
Oh, you just had to one-up me.
Okay, so Rogar and Eridan, you realize that all of these people, not all of them, but all the ones that look very similar, you actually recognize them. This is definitely doppelgangers of Vizer and Devere. They're all slightly different.
God, I've had this nightmare.
Rogar may
I
not
like that
recognize
Arena.
them.
I was gonna say, have I met?
Did Rogar ever meet Viz? I actually don't remember if Rogar ever met Viz. I guess
I
probably
don't think
didn't.
so.
Okay, so
I
Rogar
was like, what a
doesn't
strange
recognize them.
familial resemblance.
They all.
But you noticed maybe that
Yeah.
some people look really similar.
Have you noticed that they all look sort of the same?
Arena.
He's got
Arena.
the face,
Yeah.
and then
Look at him.
she's got it, and then
Nope,
What?
I haven't-
It's Vizeria.
Indy's got it too.
I know.
That's gross. Can we get
I
out
thought
of here?
we were never gonna see his stupid.
Where's Quoros?
Do you recognize him?
Yeah, he's the jerk that we dealt with for however many jerk years. He's a jerk.
Sorry, what?
He's a jerk.
It is. We're
I
talking
can't
about.
be any more clear, Rogar.
We're talking about dozens
Look,
of people
he's
here.
the jerk. He's not just
They're
a
all
jerk.
based
He's
on
the
one
jerk.
person. He likes to copy himself, but he's supposed to be gone.
This is the weirdest
Away
dream
in
I've
a
ever
different
had.
plane, and now I'm
All right.
dreaming about him.
This is about as much sense as you usually make in real life. So
Yeah.
I
So-
really don't see the resemblance.
You and it's not really surprising that you don't, because there are some odd things about this. For one, they are not doing very Vizerin-y things. Like the
Like
last couple
torturing
times.
people?
Yeah,
For being
the last time you
nice?
met him, there was one who was in charge of his whole little pocket dimension, and he was very evil. And then it was a bunch of other ones sort of helping him administer that. But you see one that's like selling food out of a cart, and you see one that's sort of driving a strange wheeled vehicle that, looks like it's got a bunch of gears under it down
Well,
one of the
there's
wider streets.
Are you sure
an
the one with the cart
obvious
is like
explanation.
stealing candy from children?
I was going to say the obvious explanation is the one selling food is poisoning it, and the one with the car is planning to run into a building.
Right.
And in fact, as you walk by the one with the food, you hear him calling out, "Rabbit stew! Rabbit stew! Would anyone like some rabbit stew?"
Oh,
Theo, no.
yeah, man. Hit me up
No.
with that.
Theo?
Sir,
Stew.
come! Rabbit stew!
All right, I'm gonna walk
It's jerk
towards
jerky.
A
that
stew
guy.
for you, sir.
Yeah,
Like-
Baronum, you want some too?
Yeah, I was just about to say I could take some
All
rabbit
right,
stew.
two stews, and I get like 2 plat out of my dream wallet and just give him that. That seems reasonable in exchange for this amazing dish.
2 plat.
In a dream? Hell yeah.
We haven't
That does
been
sound like a
to their
Theo
country.
dream. He pays for everything in increments of plat.
So this is. I'm sorry. I need to be paid in money. This is. I don't quite know what this is.
This is well, okay, fine.
Sir, it's very clearly valuable metal, but as I don't know what to do with it, I do need to be. I have to buy my own stew later. I need to
Tis
be
no
paid in-
matter. I put it back in, and I've like leaned to Baronum. I'm like, poor peasant, never seen platinum. And I get out some gold instead. Does it know what gold is?
So embarrassed to be related to you right now.
So that's not quite what I had in mind, sir. But why don't you just give me that, and I'll give you 2 bowls of my very finest stew.
I'm gonna ask him. Can I see what your money looks like? I'm visiting from afar.
Certainly, and he reaches into a sort of pouch by his belt, and what he pulls out is also metal, but it seems to be just sort of basic iron, and it's stamped with a face on one side, which you recognize as sort of looking like Quoros' face, but it's not quite right. It seems like it's shifted slightly.
Oh, he's probably had some plastic surgery. It's cool.
And then on the other side is a large number that you don't recognize, but looks like it should be a number because it's just a single character on this thing.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Could
What's the
I?
name of this currency?
This?
Mhm.
It's called a mark.
Could I
That's funny.
trade you?
Thing's
Is there
not
someone I
marked.
can trade my coins
Mark.
for marks?
Yes, I almost certainly. There's a bank just 3 or 4 blocks that way, actually.
That seems like a good idea. Thank
the
you,
first bank of
friend, for the
Vizeria.
stew.
You're very welcome.
All
Have a
right.
good day.
Yeah, I give
And
the
he
other bowl
smiles
to the.
at you, and it's a completely genuine smile, but because he looks like Vizerin, you find it kind of weird.
Yeah, it's creepy. I'm not totally reassured, but I'm excited for the stew. I give him the other bowl to Baronum. We got our stew now.
Thank you. Is Quoros... Wait, it was Quoros' face on the mark, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is Quoros starting a cult? He's convinced these people that iron is worth as much as other things.
Oh, nobody's convinced anybody of anything. This is a dream. It's a delicious dream filled with stew and strange money.
Though I do think Quoros has a cult, but it's not here.
Turn
I've
it
heard
into a
rumors.
nightmare. Iron is currency.
Funny you ask about the call.
He's convincing
Funny.
them... He's
Everyone's been looking
brainwashed
into
them.
that lately.
Yes, she has.
They can't seriously think these lesser metals are worth anything.
Not sure.
Burnham, even in my dreams, you're a smart cookie.
What if people imposed value on things that weren't inherently valuable because they had faith in a system?
Crazy.
Now,
That's insane. It would never work.
Eridan, make me an intelligence roll.
Oh no, it's fiat currency.
oh boy.
All right.
I've
You
been
have
dealing with politics lately.
Yeah.
failed to discover fiat currency. I'm sorry.
You do have a +0 apparently.
That's ridiculous. Nobody would obey the rules of this system. You'd have to just charm your entire populace.
I got it. Let's just go dig up some iron.
Ooh, good idea.
Keep printing iron. It couldn't go wrong. We have unlimited money.
Way more trouble
you
than
have
it's
to
worth, the
be on
populist thing.
currency, but only the bad parts. All right.
All right.
I assume you two try the stew.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Totally.
it's perfectly standard stew. It's not great. You know, you bought it off the street, but it's warm enough. There's a little pepper in there. There's some meat.
I guess that's what you get for iron.
Yeah.
Well, you paid in gold, so you probably should have got something better.
But it was worth iron.
And just like that, Nadam just pops out in front of you.
Oh, Nadam, it's great you're here.
Oh,
Do you
Yeah.
need some stew?
Dreams.
We're having a weird dream.
I'm having
You
a
all-
weird dream. They all think
No.
they're having a dream.
So,
Nadam usually pops
introduction.
into my dreams like this.
I'm flattered. Did you all teleport me here a second time? Or did someone else do this?
I think
Nadam, I think you were
according-
dreaming.
Well, yeah, I think you think you're dreaming.
Yeah, so I will quickly catch you up, Nadam, on what's going on. You fell asleep, and you were summoned by, in your dream, a goat and a bird, and they brought you.
Oh, charming.
In
Oh,
your
I
case, they
know.
brought you to this sort of like cliff's edge, and as you were looking over, you could kind of see the outlines of a city and like some mist down below, but you couldn't get a good look at it. And while you were looking, the goat actually just headbutted you in the back and knocked you off the cliff. And he was just sort of popped into existence in the middle of your friends here. And to give you a little description of where you are, you're in a very large, very bizarre city. Lots of buildings are made of like shaped crystal and strange metals. Giant airships up above you. These sort of like strange wheeled vehicles that make this kind of chunky noise as they roll along and seem to be driven by gears. And you are standing a few feet away from a food stall that Theo and Burnham just bought some stew from,
And his
sold
man.
by someone who is very clearly Vizeria.
Also, you don't have a visa.
That's a good point. You don't have a visa.
The rest of us do.
We all have visas.
So,
That's okay. You would have run out of space when listing his weapons.
yeah. On the customs form, I did ask if you were
I
armed.
would have. There would not have been enough squares.
I just put lots, and they said it was fine. So
This is definitely
Weapons?
different from most of my
My
dreams.
little pinky.
So you had your instructions to the Grey Gate. You now also have instructions to a bank. You could also just keep wandering the city. What do you think you want to do?
I want to get on one of those airships. They look cool.
Yeah, they
I
do.
don't want to ride that weird animal.
It's not
Ridiculous.
an animal. It's a ship. Air. Theo,
Okay.
you know what ships are. You know what air is.
It's ridiculous that that could be a machine. It's clearly a large bird that they've trained to do ferrying service.
It's a ship. Do you think that boats are just giant fish?
Theo has literally been on flying boats before.
Aridin.
Yeah, but Theo doesn't like magic, and so,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it might be rough to admit that this is magical.
The circle to
Probably-
disbelief.
They have other weird magics. They made a whole jewel out of into a building. They could have just like cast fly on
Yeah.
the ship. Maybe it's really powerful.
Yeah, lots of weird magic stuff here, I guess. That's true. Yeah, there's the crystal building and the
Aridin,
mediocre food.
does Theo have really boring dreams?
I've never shared a dream with Theo before. I don't think.
That's a
Some
shock.
twins
Well, I
you turned out to
wouldn't
be.
When Quoros used to do that thing where he stuck Theo in his girlfriend's dreams, I always thought it was a little creepy.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, that
weird.
was good. Those were good.
That was creepy. Why would you do that, Theo?
The fastest way to get a message to somebody is by falling
I already
asleep.
did it once.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, you did.
So as you guys are sitting here reminiscing about dreams and theorizing about air travel, you hear some shuffling behind you, and you turn around, and a group of 8 to 10 humanoids are walking towards you. But they're very clearly not actual humans, and they might not even be alive. They kind of look like clockwork creatures, these sort of automata, and they're carrying these large metal staffs. And they walk up to you, and one steps out in front, and it has a little symbol on its chest, a sort of just like, it's basically a triangle with a dot in the center of it. And it looks like some sort of insignia of rank. And he says, "Excuse me, you appear to be loitering in the streets. May I ask your purpose here?"
We're not loitering. We're trying to find the Grey Gate.
I can give you directions to the Grey Gate if you wish.
Thank you. Yes, that'd be excellent.
May I please see your entrance visas?
Oh, yes, of course. And I put mine out.
just
Stares at
appeared
the
here.
dom.
You are saying that you do not have an entrance visa.
I appeared here moments ago.
I don't understand. Surely you must have come through one of the gates.
Not with us.
I don't remember a gate. I remember just appearing here.
We did do
Interesting.
that. He did just appear.
Are any of you willing to vouch for him?
Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely not willing to vouch for your poofing security. This person just poofed right here. Gotta work on that.
Yeah. We'll vouch for him.
He did just poof.
Very well. You said you were looking for the Grey Gate.
Yeah.
We will escort you there,
Oh,
since
that's
one of you does not have a visa.
I will stick
generous.
close.
Okay, and they start sort of marching you down the street.
Oh, we do not want any more of that fake iron currency.
Oh yeah, I don't need that. We found so
Oh,
I tried
the
to
dumb
pay
bit.
for our stew with plat, and then he was like, I don't know what this is. And then I tried to pay in gold, and he was like, I don't know what this is. And then he showed me their currency, and it's little iron
Stamped
coins
iron.
with Quoros' face on one
Wait,
side.
really?
What's the point of that?
Anyone could make one. I could make one. Although I can make regular currency as well, I'm a king.
Same. Well, no.
I love Rogar. Bridgebreaker, my man.
I'm so happy that epithet stuck.
All right.
Okay, so assuming you don't try to run away from these guards and just kind of follow where they lead, they march you to the Grey Gate.
Great.
And standing this is a very imposing building. It's unlike the rest of the buildings in the city, which have kind of interesting architecture, right? The crystals kind of look like natural crystal formations, and there are some things that are almost these spherical buildings. This is just a big box. It's just a big cube made out of stone. And it's vaguely intimidating despite not being particularly interesting.
I guess the architects were busy.
Yeah, making those weird fish bowls and crystal balls and stuff. Yeah.
These are interesting.
Well, they just give it an internal volume.
I'm sorry?
Well, they just given an internal volume and then just made the building that big?
Could be. You don't know.
It needs to hold this many prisoners, Oh, well, that's this much space. All right, boom.
Built purely to spec. No love at all. All right, and as they march you up to the front of this cube, there is this person standing in front of it. And this is Quoros. You recognize him as Quoros. He's not,
Quoros.
doesn't look quite the same. He's
I
not
ran
in
around
his...
him and hug him.
Oh, well, hello. It's nice to see you too, Theo.
Oh,
It took you long enough to get here.
What do you mean? First we had to get stew, and then these nice people escorted us here.
Why did you put your face on
thank
junk
you.
metal?
Thank you for your help. You're dismissed.
Why
And
didn't you
the
choose a better
clockwork
metal?
Control starts.
Yes, you're dismissed. I'm a king. I can dismiss people. Okay.
There are 3 kings standing here. None of you are that. They won't listen to you, is what I mean. Okay. My apologies. My apologies, Your Majesty.
Mr. Quoros.
I'd like to thank all of you for accepting my invitation.
Was there a chance to decline?
Yeah, I don't
just kinda went to
remember that
sleep.
bit.
I don't know, actually. I guess you could have just stood there until you woke up.
I suppose if
I'm
we
not
were
actually
elves.
totally clear on how it works. I'm still getting the hang of some of this, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I figured out metals yet.
Sorry,
Metals?
what, Brandon?
Burnham is possessed.
Yeah.
You're cutting
Yeah,
out.
Brandon is possessed.
Oh,
I kind
sorry.
of prefer you like this, but your voice was really strange, yeah. The metals. Yeah, it's Azamar will get there eventually. It's too complicated to explain. Not in your lifetime. It takes a long time.
Iron.
Fiat currency.
Wait, so how long have you been here then?
Oh,
The
good
guy at the
question.
gate said this has been here for at least 100 years. You have history.
Yes. Since you left, it has been 307 years, I believe.
You look really good for your age.
Very impressive.
I don't think I can age anymore. At least I haven't in 307 years.
Just outgrew it.
Something like that, yeah. They put you in charge of your own plane and weird things happen, it turns out.
This is the weirdest dream I've ever had.
Yeah, about that, Rogar, and my apologies, but you aren't actually dreaming. I think you're all physically here now. So don't jump off any cliffs or anything.
Pinch me.
Oh.
Also, Nadam, sorry about pushing you off a cliff.
I'm gonna pinch Rogar.
I'm gonna punch
all
you.
right.
Damn it, I'm not dreaming!
Oh, apparently neither am
I
I.
was going to say, usually Rogar's about 6 feet tall in my dreams. It's sort of a weird thing. I don't know why.
Usually in my dreams, when Rogar punches someone, they turn into like fireballs.
This is touching and a little odd, to be honest. But I do have to cut right to it. I need your help. Unfortunately, this is not a social call. What has happened with Vizerin in your world? Is anything left of him? Any traces of him still around?
No, we destroyed his phylactery.
The whole
Haven't seen him.
daughter thing.
Oh,
He had a daughter?
that's right.
Yeah, turns out there was a Snow White situation.
It's my favorite
Good way to
figure.
describe it.
My favorite
Yeah.
historical figure.
When we went to destroy his phylactery, there was a girl sleeping, like some sort of magical sleep encased in diamond, and essentially she was the last phylactery, and it's his daughter.
But we destroyed his
Interesting.
connection to her.
Yeah.
We broke
He is alive.
the phylactery, and then, yeah.
Well, interesting. That could be it. I will try to explain briefly what I need from you. It may relate to that, it may not. I actually don't know. When Vizerin created this world and then left it, he left something behind. Some sort of object, a piece of his power. I don't quite know. I'm actually not able to find it or sense it. I know it exists, but it's completely shielded against me. And I need you to find it, because I'm very worried about what it's for.
Is it shielded from us?
I don't believe so, because
Right.
anyone else in Vizeria can interact with it. This is how I know it exists. It's been, people have hunted for it and passed it around, and there's been trace of it, but I personally it's invisible to me. I think he built that into the world when he left it.
Have you heard
Ironically,
what
it'd
it
be
looks
really.
like?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry?
Have you
What
heard
it-
what it looks like from the people who can see it?
I think it's just a sort of irregular shaped gem, a diamond or something like that. It unpolished, kind of a hunk of rock, really.
You know who would be great at this, but who is unfortunately preoccupied? Silric. He's really good at tracking things down.
That's true.
I think I remember him, the sneaky fellow.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Shifty,
Yeah,
kind of
you
like
like
you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now that I think about it.
All right. Well,
Cool. Well,
so
Any idea
Here
where
was-
it is?
yes, here's what I know. Oh, I have to explain that now. That's awkward. Do you know what a parliament is?
Nadam
Like a
Nadam
parliament
says,
of
is it
owls.
like a council of elders?
In
I
a
feel
manner,
like it would be a partial lament. It's like you're sad.
Oh,
but
like
not
I'm
that
Only a little
kind of
bit.
sorry for
Only a
you.
wee bit sad.
it's
Yeah.
Nadam was the closest. It's none of those things.
Oh.
Yeah, we have one now. It turns out I was not allowed to change many things. That was in the rules. Only Vizerin could change things. So I summoned a few hundred of them and made them into a political body, and now I can manipulate them very easily. But they're technically in charge.
So it's like a
Wow,
bunch of
Quoros, you're really far ahead.
nobles.
You can think of it that way, yes, but the people all vote for them. They
I
choose
don't
their
understand.
nobles.
Like, they represent them?
I don't need another intelligence roll.
But if you can change your nobles, then what makes them nobles? They're nobles inherently.
The consent of the governed, it's
I don't
complicated.
understand this, but
We'll get there.
Can I
No,
make
no,
an
but the-
do
intelligence
some
roll?
heroic deed and you
Yes.
get power. That's
They're-
how it works.
They're noble in their blood.
Anyone who wants to unlock cultural technology can make
Yes!
an intelligence roll.
A natural one.
That's how meant to rule nation.
Theo, you stay true, man. Thank you.
That bodes well for Azamar. Or for Angate.
I love when I do randomly understand something, but
All right. None of you have successfully unlocked parliamentary democracy. We'll get to that later, too.
It is utterly baffling to me, but all I know is that there are people and you can corrupt them, and they've been corrupted by
So
you.
you cast a spell called Voting, and it changes the blood of common folk to turn them to nobility.
Exactly right. The man you bought stew from could be in the parliament one day.
Sounds like a spell I don't
but
want
he
the
could.
peasants to have.
Yeah, you should actually keep a lid on that one. It'll be very inconvenient for kings. I forgot 3 of you were kings. Anyway.
Not technically.
You're completely muted, Brandon.
It's bad.
I parliament you, Brennan.
So, to keep it short, the head of this body, the Chancellor, is a man, a Vizerin clone, but they've all taken different names now. He's a man named Dolwyn. And I
Dolwyn?
believe he's at the center of this.
Delicious.
I believe he wants to use the power of this magical item, this beacon, to do something. Maybe wrest control back of the plane and give it back to a single Vizerin clone. I don't know.
I would not like that. No.
Yeah, but I figured you
God,
would
I
maybe...
really thought we were done stuff.
It's against my general policy of anti-Vizerin.
It's a firm policy. You're actually not allowed to name your child Vizerin in our kingdom.
It's illegal.
Nope, you're still muted.
Have you
We can
tried
see your lips
refreshing,
moving,
Brandon?
but
Refresh, Brandon.
we could
Which is
read that
thankful.
word.
Now
I don't
Brandon
know, I
has turned
still
into
don't
Nicole.
like the idea of just anybody being in charge.
Is?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
No, you're back. Nadam, you'd like this actually. It's a lot like that. I have some power, they have some power. Not a lot gets done, but in 100 years I built this, so I guess it worked out.
I mean, this building in
300.
particular isn't amazing, but good job.
That's
Oh
not.
yeah,
no-
why'd you meet us here? Couldn't you have met us at like a tavern called the Grey Gate or something?
Yeah, but it amused me to make you tell the customs officer you were going to prison. Just tickled me a little bit.
So
I've missed
the-
you, Theo. I
I'm
really
not
have.
amused.
This fellow with the gem, we could just go kill him.
I like the
That's
idea.
hard.
It's wildly illegal and might cause a political crisis, but he'll be gone and I can handle that. So, yes, that works for me.
Would you rather us not kill him?
I'm ambivalent, to be honest. I need
Okay.
you to retrieve the beacon. But apart from that, he is very annoying. I wouldn't miss him exactly.
I'd
Who-
rather
What's he
keep-
named?
His name is Dolwyn.
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 Vizerin doppelganger.
Dolwyn.
Well, if he's
A
nice
dull
with it-
win. A horrible, boring victory. Yeah, I don't like this guy.
Where is Dolwyn?
Oh, yeah. He has a very large residence, sort of at the other end of town in kind of the fancier district. You'd like it. Lots of fine clothing.
Excellent.
I can send you there. I shouldn't go in person. I really don't want to be connected to all of this too much, which is the second and perhaps more real reason that we're not meeting in a tavern. But yeah, go there. I guess see what you can find out. He's got a steward of the house that you could speak to. I don't even know if he's home right now or not. But
I
if you
felt
could
the
go
need
there
to-
and poke around, I'd be very appreciative.
I felt the need to make sure the Dolwyn wasn't an anagram. I'm pretty sure it's not. I think we're good. I played with it for a second. I think we're all right.
Good, smart of you to check. To my knowledge, it's not one. But if you think of
Lewd.
anything,
I got Landu.
Lewd Ion.
Retroact.
cracks the code. Darn, you guys unraveled my plot.
Ha
No, I ended that campaign.
It's Retroact's R-rated company.
It's the branch of the company that makes porn films.
Alright, moving on.
So, if you're willing to do it, I can give you some local current. Have you? Oh, you didn't have any. How did you get stew?
Oh, well, the inherent value in these coins
Precious metals.
appealed to your people.
That's what makes them valuable. Do you not understand this?
They're
This
pretty.
is We live in like an isolated pocket dimension. We can only trade with the elemental planes. There's not a lot of precious metal here. I'm working with what I've got.
Shiny objects
Anyway.
are inherently interesting and beautiful and valuable, evidenced by your crystal buildings.
Here
Is
is
Vizeria a
We're allowed to
service
do with that
economy?
building.
You still need to work on your Terran.
here is some Vizerian currency. Go take the tube, and
The what now?
oh yeah, you're gonna go. I'll walk you. I like it. I like this city. I'll show
You
you what
weren't
I mean.
even allowed to rename the kingdom?
Oh shit, hold on. Tell everyone to hold on. Sorry, viewers, 1 second. We had a crash.
I can do almost anything. I can convince.
I'm gonna remind
Parliament-
everybody that when I crash out, the viewers see nothing.
Oh yeah, good call.
Okay, you're back now though.
I am back now.
Okay, so the question was from Aridin is why is the place still called Vizeria?
Mhm.
When in theory I could change things. I can change almost anything that I can convince the Parliament of Devere to change, but they like the name. It flatters them for some reason.
Yeah.
Not surprising, I guess.
Not that surprising.
So, Quoros walks you a couple blocks down, and you come to a set of stairs that go down underground. And he says, "This is the tube. Go down there, give one of the marks each to the attendant down there, and you want to fight it 4 stops. You'll get off at the Palatine District stop.
Wait,
Ride
there's
it?
a
Is
tube?
Is there a beast?
There's
You'll-
Parliament? We are in Lundu.
Horses?
You'll see what I mean. Just go on down.
You're not coming?
No, I need to tend to some other things. Just come back here when you're done, or I'll find you. I think I'll know when it's all over. But yeah, if you could just poke around Dolwyn's Manor and see what you find, I'd appreciate it."
Okay.
And he takes a step away and just vanishes.
Wow. Did anybody else seem like they knew that he was here?
You didn't see a lot of other people. You are next to a prison. It's not like a romantic walking ground. The only other people you actually saw were those clockwork guards. So
Any jeering from prison cell bars?
no, it's a big. It's all. There's no there's some small windows, but you never went inside. So you're just on the outside of this big stone cube.
If you go to jail there, are you called a visitor?
Yes.
Actually, now I'm curious. Did we get a visitor's pass with a Z?
Or a
Well,
visa?
it's just a visa, but it's a Z. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so you have been abandoned at the top of this staircase with a bag full of money that none of you seem to think is worth anything, but I promise actually is.
All right, Theo, we're gonna
Well, that
ride the
wasn't
big
like money is
animal.
worth anything anyway. This is
All right,
exactly as
sounds good.
valuable as any other money he's seen.
We're gonna ride a big animal and it's gonna stop a couple times?
I guess so.
I don't know. I've got honestly nothing.
Sounds like a
This is
prophecy.
the weirdest thing Quoros has ever done, which is kind of saying a lot.
It's like
I think we all just-
transportation for the public.
Everyone make your intelligence roll.
Aaron's gonna wake up with some weird ideas.
Aaron, you have discovered the idea of municipal transit systems. Congratulations.
It's like an underground caravan.
Okay, all right. Are there going to be like public taxis in Angate now? Like,
Yeah, they're just like really big carriages with multi-decker.
like palanquins that are like it's just a bus. And Dom will walk down. This looks dungeony.
All right.
I only
makes
go
sense.
because Aridin has now convinced me it might be reasonable.
Okay.
Sure.
So as you descend these stairs, you go down into this. It's kind of narrow, and the staircase sort of levels off at a landing and then goes down a couple flights. And it's lit by these sort of like phosphorescent torches. So you basically have these wood things in sconces on the walls, but instead of fire, it's sort of like some kind of strange glowing material. Almost looks like glowing wax or something.
Can we touch it?
Yeah, for sure. It's slightly warm. It's not hot like a torch, but it gives off a little bit of heat. It kind of has a little bit of sponginess to it. It really does actually feel like wax.
Weird.
Can I take a sample?
Yeah, you want to take a piece of the wax? Or you want to take the whole torch?
Well, the wax.
Okay, yeah, you can carve off a piece of the wax.
And I'm like, Bernum, come look at this shit.
I'll look.
Yeah, I just would like to take a sample.
Put it in a jar.
Yeah. So when you cut it off, it retains its kind of glow. Still keeps glowing. It's just a piece of glowing wax at this point.
All right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I don't know.
I feel like it's not that impressive, Arena, and I can do that to anything.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Like,
True,
whatever,
but-
man.
Losers.
It doesn't last forever.
We can freaking make it last forever if we want to.
Really?
Be a
It's
nice
just
trick.
Arena being
Be a nice
petulant.
trick, though.
You could in this other version, it was in the past, but now you can't anymore. It's weird.
Is permanency not in 5th edition?
I don't think so. I don't think there.
Oh,
it's like
bummer.
a spell.
Correct, it
That
is
spell
not.
never made any sense, though, so
It doesn't.
super inconsistent, I feel like. Okay, so you go down a couple flights of stairs, and you come down into this big underground cavern. Very clearly, like it's nice masonry. Burnham, you're a little more impressed with this one than you were with the gate at first. It's not quite dwarven, but it's good, solid engineering.
Okay.
He's got an okay brain.
And there is basically inside this cavern, there is a sort of sunken, like, road almost. Just like a stone road in the middle of this cavern, running really far off down until you can't see anymore down a tunnel. And a woman walks out from behind a little counter and comes up to you. And this one is not a Vizeran. This is just a normal woman, human woman. And she says, "What can I do for you? Where are you headed?"
4 stops.
4 stops in which direction?
Down.
Down.
What
You
was
said.
the?
No,
What was the name of the place?
We already went down. Which way
Oh.
is the beast?
I'm sorry. I'm very confused.
We're here to destroy a 4-stopping beast. I've never heard of it, but apparently it's a great terror.
And it goes
If you're
through
not from
tunnels.
around here,
They call it the
then you should
tube.
ignore him.
Yes, they call it the tube. Good point,
Yes,
brother.
this is the you found the tube. Very good. Where would you like to go on the
He
tube?
told us the name of the beast's
I-
4th stop.
I whisper to Arena, it must be invisible.
Bobby, what was the stop name?
I forgot to. Damn it.
Oh,
Oh,
Palantir
the
something?
Palatine District. The Palatine District.
Yeah,
Plantier.
The beast's name is Palatine.
Oh, you want to go to the? There are no beasts. Never mind. You want to go to the Palatine District. That's 2 marks apiece, please.
All
Must
right.
we pay to slay a beast?
Please don't commit any
Of course.
crimes.
He was gonna have the scene in Enchanted when James Martin stabs the bus.
I just laugh and I'm like,
feeling
have some
sarcastic right
worthless
now.
iron, and I throw 6 times 2, 12 worthless pieces
Yeah,
of iron.
I just, yeah.
So, the woman's very clearly offended at you throwing things around. Diligently picks up all the marks.
Now show us the way to the beast.
Yes, come here. And she hands you this token. Take it. Give it to the attendant on board. It should be along in 2 or 3 minutes.
So do
never
we
late.
slay it once we get there or
Just
now?
you don't slay anything, please. Don't hurt any. Don't commit any crimes. I don't want the watch down here. Don't commit any crimes on the tube.
What kind of internal city system is this? We're on the quest from the ruler of this place, purportedly, and you're not even
Burnham.
giving us free passage. You would demand fake coins.
Burnham.
Vizeria doesn't have a ruler.
Sorry, King Rokar.
The owls, the parliament.
Do you mean the Grand Duke? He's not really a ruler. He's a bit of a.
Quoros said we weren't supposed to tell people that he was involved.
It was an incredibly powerful stew vendor.
Yeah,
He claimed
Guys,
to be the
shut
ruler
up.
of
Let's
this
ride the
land.
automatic caravan, okay?
This woman is very clearly confused and is over everything. Just does not want to be
remind-
dealing with you anymore.
She
I
should
remind
walk
Baron that
away.
we're supposed to just say that the tiny sadness is in charge
Yeah.
and no one else.
I hear it coming. It'll be along. Please, have a nice day. And
I
she
run off.
walks away.
I
And
run
I'm
off.
very sorry.
Is it rumbling? Is there some rumbling as it approaches?
you start to hear actually a really loud clanking noise.
The worm approaches.
Sir, how did you? please put your weapons away. There is no need for weapons on the tube. This is a peaceful place.
We have to do it barehanded, and we have to pay to fight it. This is the most ridiculous fight I've ever done.
Are you actors by any chance? Circus performers? Who are you?
We're kings!
The Kings. I'm not familiar with that troupe, but I will look up your next performance.
Oh, they're very good. They're very, very good.
How much you want to bet Theo gets run over by the magic caravan?
About 4 marks.
Done.
And so what comes... You don't even believe in money. This money. So what comes rumbling down this tunnel with this just really loud metallic clanking is a set of 6 large metal... They almost look like wagons without the cover on them, but they're made of metal. And you can see inside there are seats on them with handles on either side of the seats. And there's a bunch of people sitting in various places in these wagon carts.
They're open-topped.
They're open-topped, yeah.
Interesting.
And some of them are, some of them are reading and a couple are conversing. There's some...
No one is talking.
a couple pairs are talking quietly.
It's a mine cart! Why didn't he just say that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Very fancy,
Very long
actually.
one.
Wow, I'm impressed finally.
And it pulls up to the station, and all 6 of the carts open on one side, the side opposite you, and a couple people get off. And on the side in front of you, Burnham, what you recognize as clearly a very simple magic mouth spell, says, "Please insert token."
Oh, we got tokens here. Pass them out.
You're making magic that needs money.
Yeah. I put it in and be like, this is to slay the beast.
Yes, there's very clearly a slot where you're meant to insert the token. And as you do that, the doors open and you can enter the carriages.
Oh, we didn't need 6 of these.
Yes, you did, sir. That's the law.
I can't believe you have to pay to kill things. It's ridiculous. All right.
And then the doors close and the thing starts rumbling along. Yeah, you should grab on for sure. And a few people kind of look up from what they're doing. And they clearly have these just looks of contempt on their face. Like, oh, my God.
How fast is it going?
They're like, oh god, they're gonna do performance and ask for marks.
We've been on a mining cart before.
So it starts off kind of slow. It doesn't accelerate very quickly, but it actually gets up to a pretty good clip.
Doesn't accelerate very quickly. Oh, it's Caltrain.
Solid. It gets up to the speed of like a fast, like not a fast horse, but like a horse moving a kind of a fast trot. So this is definitely moving you a lot faster than you'll be able to walk. And it goes like, I'm sorry?
Well, not
No,
me.
Nadam just gets
No,
out.
not
He's like,
Nadam.
this is
Nadam
taking
could
forever.
definitely outrace this thing if he wanted to.
Do I do that video where it's the guy who gets off at one station and runs to the next station and is there when the train gets there?
If you want, but I'm not sure you know where the stops are.
I don't.
All right, so you ride this for about 4 stops.
And it just because it's open top, but it goes. We're underground, so it's
You're
in a
underground. It's open topped. And in fact, make a perception roll.
I need to pay Arena 4 marks.
I'll collect once we're off.
All right, Theo,
18.
you notice when you got on and the doors closed and after you sat down for a while, you kind of noticed a little shimmer at sort of the edges of the cart, and it actually looks like there's this little bit of almost like an invisible field over the top of it. And whenever it stops and the doors open, that kind of recedes and then it comes back.
Can I try to touch it when we're
Yeah,
going?
absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Just feels like solid air. You don't really see anything, but there's definitely there. It's got some give to it, like it's soft. If you slammed yourself into it, it wouldn't hurt, but it's definitely there.
I show Burnham and Aridin. What do you think it is?
Honestly,
A
I'm not
shell?
sure.
Protective? I don't know. You want to try jumping out? See if it stops you?
I don't. Well, we're
Nah.
not going that
Do you
fast.
get run over? Give me 4 marks.
Nadam can catch up.
All right, so assuming no one tries to throw themselves out of the cart, It rides for about 4
No.
stops. Every time it stops, you hear another magic mouth announce the name. Market Street, the Hall of Justice.
Do they have a Broadway here?
Not that you hear, but you only went 4 stops. For all you know, this is
Okay.
very elaborate. They haven't gotten yet to the point where they have like convenient maps, so you actually don't see any kind of schematic of the system.
For all you know, this is very elaborate, and I spent months drawing maps of this entire place.
I did not.
I'm disappointed.
So you get to your 4th stop, Palatine District.
Aridin actually is going to start
That's
making
where the
math.
4 stops beast is. Quick, get out.
Charge!
And you
Nadal walks calmly off and lets
charge
Baronum
out onto a platform that looks identical to the one you boarded at, and there's a set of stairs leading up.
Took us in a circle.
Yeah, I said Rogar. The beast is trying to confuse us, clearly.
Let's get above
Very
ground.
clever.
We can get our bearings.
Find a vantage
Well, you
point.
can. I know where I am.
Don't the dwarves already
I
know?
was gonna say, both dwarves, you can definitely tell that you have gone more or less in a straight line. Several miles. You have not been gone in a circle.
Cool.
You are not any more or less underground than you were before.
I mean, we could have gone around the world.
You could have. It's a very small demiplane.
After all.
Maybe that happened. The 4-stop dimension, they call it.
It's,
No, the attendant here is different. The attendant here is also female, but this one actually does look like a clone of Vizeria. It's not the same person as before.
Ooh.
And she gives
Well,
you kind of a disinterested nod as you walk
if
by.
Baronum and Rogar are convinced that we actually went somewhere, then I agree. We should get above ground and figure out where this 4 stop is.
All right, so you come out into very clearly a different part of the city, right? You were before in, what looked...
Arya, I want to cuddle you.
It's in!
You're so tiny.
She's got.
Sorry.
I
Sometimes
thought
I'm
we were
very
over
sad.
for that, and I looked and I was like, I
cute.
see Livy in the background, but yeah. And then I looked at Brandon and I forgot.
Arya blends in, man.
She's Lowell.
She's tiny. She's so cute. So you come out into what is clearly a much richer part of the city. There's no street vendors here. Instead, what there are like large houses, and some things that are probably more like places of business, but a lot of just large mansions here. And one of them actually very close by matches the description that Quoros gave you of Dolwyn's house.
So basically, we just went on a slow teleporter.
Yeah, exactly.
So, are we sneaking in?
I say we just go knock on the front
Are we
door.
that sneaky?
No.
No,
Especially you and me.
you're not.
And Theo and the dwarves.
Yeah. I feel like the dwarves actually might be better than us.
I say we just go knock on the front door and ask to speak with the steward.
Yeah.
What's our reason for coming?
Quoros told us. I mean,
A real reason or the reason we're going to give him?
I would say sensitive business with Mr. Dolwyn
We
about a certain artifact.
we are kings. He is the leader of this place.
We probably
Trade
don't.
negotiations.
We don't want to
That's
mention
another good
Quoros.
Yeah, we want to be undercover. We don't want him to be intimidated by our kingliness.
Yeah, I think we should be intimidated by their kingliness.
Trade negotiations. They need gold. They don't have any here.
It's true.
True.
All they've got is this worthless iron. I throw a couple.
Just throwing money.
Several passersby notice that and are very confused.
Just king things.
They're
no
not
big
like
deal.
running to grab it because this is the rich person district, but they're a little scandalized at what they think of as, gauche behavior.
Come get your worthless iron! I shout.
I'm gonna
Very
head up
subtle.
towards the.
Bobby.
I'm gonna head up towards the door, and I'm just gonna knock if no one stops me.
Yes, Lily?
No, I'm just trying to clarify. So, from what we understand, is Dolwyn basically like a prime minister type?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool, got it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I will
Yeah,
come
you want
with
to go
you.
up and knock
I
on the
would
door. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you knock on the door, and almost immediately the door opens, and another clockwork automata is standing there. And it says, "How may I help you?"
My name is Nadam Nazir, and I'm here on behalf of 3 different kings to speak with Dulwyn, or if he is not around, his steward.
Kings? There are no kings in Vizeria.
2
We're
kings
not
in
from
this town.
around here.
Thank you, Arena.
Foreign delegation.
There are no kings in Vizeria.
I see. There is
No, there's
nothing
3
in
of
the
us in this
Master's
delegation.
appointment book. Do you have an appointment?
We do not.
I see. Well,
Hence,
the Master,
we'd be happy to talk to his steward.
neither the Master nor the Steward see anyone without an appointment. I am sorry.
When's the soonest available appointment?
One moment, please. I will check. And he
3 years
Maybe
later.
like a
pulls
minute.
out pulls out a little device that's also a clockwork device, and it kind of is. It almost looks like a Rolodex. It's kind of flipping pages back and forth. And he looks and he's like, "There's a spot for you now.
Wonderful.
Would you
I'll
like to
take
make
it.
an appointment?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Please come in."
How
And he
efficient.
leads you into a sort of parlor.
Very
And,
polite.
please have a seat. Would you like something to drink?
Yes.
Yes, please.
What would you like?
What you
Ale.
have?
We
Order
have
a Dole
ale.
Whip.
We have water. We have several varieties of spirit, and we have several juices.
I say something, surprise me.
Do you have
Is this not the house of Dole Win?
Yes,
Do
this
you
is the
not
house of
have
Chancellor Dolwyn.
Dole Whip?
I am not familiar with that drink.
Okay. Yeah, something fruity.
Certainly,
Pineapple.
His spirits? You have dwarven fire whiskey?
we have something similar.
I'll
I
take
will
some.
bring it.
I never drink in dreams. You don't want to wake up with a hangover.
You just
Juice,
ate
please.
stew in a dream.
You don't
It's
get a
not
hangover
alcohol in
from a
stew. You can't get a stew hangover.
Don't drink
Well, maybe Theo can.
You don't
okay with
have
that,
to eat
Paul.
stew like Theo does.
It's true.
Okay.
Collapses from salt intake.
Somebody who would.
Oh my god,
would
it is
be me.
Theo playing Lily.
So the clockwork automata disappears and comes back a few moments later with the drinks, and he gives them to you and says, "Please remain here. The master and the steward will be here momentarily.
Steward. Stew?
Would you like some stew?"
Stew, man.
Okay. So the clockwork creature walks out, and a few moments later, in walk 2 people. One of them is clearly a Vizerin. He's dressed in sort of formal-looking robes, very official-looking. And next to him is a half-elf, actually, who's kind of unassuming, kind of just stands there. He has a book in his hand and a pen, and he occasionally makes some notes as you talk. But he doesn't really do much else. And the one who's very clearly Dolwyn says, "Hello, my name is Dolwyn. You said you were a foreign delegation.
Mostly correct, yes.
From where, if I may ask?"
I'm not sure what is the plane we come from called?
Azamar.
Azamar. I'm afraid I don't know it.
Well, it's a small plane.
Well, what can I do for you?
We've heard about a certain artifact, a powerful one native to this plane.
Artifact, you say?
Heard it described as a irregularly shaped gem.
Yes, I think I know what you were referring to. What is
Could you
your
tell us-
interest in it?
We're
Well, first
prepared
we'd like
to
know exactly
offer.
what it is.
We're prepared to offer you large sums of a little material you may have heard of, but perhaps not, seeing how you just have this, and I keep another handful of worthless iron and just drop some of it.
You drop it on the floor?
Just, yeah. Let me show you. And I pull out, like, I've just got in my bag a bar of gold.
That's all good dwarf do.
Gold.
It's my pet.
Gold,
my
gold
pet
is
rock.
of some value here in Vizeria. There are various decorative and magical uses for it. We do not use it as currency as some places do. But I have plenty of access to gold. So I'm sorry.
Whoa.
That can't be true because you're using iron as your currency.
I'm
Well,
That's the wrong money.
I'm
What-
sorry. I'm becoming quite confused about your purpose here.
let's pause the gold talk. Is there anything that you would consider valuable enough to potentially trade for your artifact, or can we be of any use to you?
Interesting. Before I answer, I would like to know, how did you find out about this item?
We
Dream.
were visiting the area and heard
Yeah,
about it.
freaky
I
dreams.
think we're true. It wasn't a dream.
A dream, you say? He pauses, and he nods. He says, all right, very well. I will be back in
Why,
one
does that
moment.
mean something to you?
It may. I need to consult some notes. I will be back in a moment. In the meantime, my steward will attend to your needs.
Oh,
Fear
dear,
not, my brother speaks in prophecies.
And he steps and he steps out, and the steward looks up at you, and now there's something very different about him. He does not look like this sort of unassuming clerk. His eyes have sort of narrowed. The pupils of his eyes have kind of narrowed. They almost look a little bit like cat's eyes. And he shimmers slightly, and what is clearly an illusion falls away. And what he actually looks like is this, the red one.
Nice.
And Nadam, you recognize this as an Abishai. And an Abishai is essentially a devilish dragon type creature. It is a mortal that served Tiamat and was transformed into this sort of devil dragon. And you are very familiar with them from dragon lore. I don't know if any of the rest of you would be aware of them, though.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Many Dragonborn worship Tiamat. And,
Do you?
Nadam is currently wearing a Tiamat pendant.
I thought you were gonna say T-shirt, so that works. That's more subtle.
Because, where Nadam is from, you go back and forth and worship Bahamut and then Tiamat, and
interesting.
Bahamut and then Tiamat.
Okay. So it looks at you, and it says in Draconic, "You have my permission to leave if you wish. If not, I am not responsible for what happens." And then all of you roll initiative, please.
You shouldn't have said the thing about the
Kill the
dream,
queen.
dumb brother.
Nadam would look at
That
it
was my fault.
and smile.
That was totally my fault,
Oh,
not
well,
the
you
dumb
shouldn't have
brother.
said that thing about the dream, dumbarina.
and say,
Oh, Nadam.
Well-
I wouldn't pass up a chance to test my mettle against you.
And it gives
Irina
you a
doesn't-
slight draconic smile when you say that.
Rogar would prefer to test his metal as well.
It be gold I'm after.
I'm sorry, Arena's not good at lying, folks.
No,
Yeah, that was really
Not
bad.
so-
I was like, anything except the truth. And you guys were like, truth.
Jake, I'm going to need you to, settle this. In fact, I'm just going to do it on
It's
paper
in-
here in my notes.
Oh,
but
it's in Roll20. I got it.
I see it in Roll20, yeah. I don't know how to make it sort, though.
I do.
Jake can
Okay,
do
yeah.
it really quick. Yeah.
We're just
Did
not
you-
done putting it in yet. So,
Okay, perfect.
Arena, I admire your honesty because I would have said
Thank
it
you.
a second later too.
and you need a token for someone else.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason.
Tell me
we're
what their
dating.
initiative is.
Their initiative is 19.
All right, sorting
Go
it
ahead
in.
and use this. I see a snake here. You could use that.
I can use that insteed. Sure.
Pharaoh?
Anything works, to be honest.
There you go. Snake.
Okay.
19.
It's Dex.
Oh, man, I do miss Dex the snake.
Were you jealous because we were talking about the kitten? You're my
Okay.
kitten.
Burnham, with his
Don't worry.
absurd intelligence-based initiative, is first.
Wait,
I-
dance!
Fun.
Okay.
I love that it has a
Auto
name in
dance.
front of it too. It's not just irresistible dance; it's Otto's irresistible dance.
We
It's-
can dance if we
you
want
have to do the
You can
auto.
leave your friends behind.
Okay, so I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. It doesn't get a save up front, but it has to take an action to attempt to save. Is that right?
That's how I read it too.
Okay.
Sorry, it doesn't get a
It
save
wants
up
to
front.
be
Doesn't
tapering.
appear to. If I'm reading this correctly.
Tapering.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Okay, it starts dancing. So what
I
happens?
look at Burnham. I look at Burnham and kind of give him a side eye, kind of a playful one, just sort of that's a little disrespectful to my religion.
Okay, though. We should probably be going. It doesn't last very long.
Okay, so it has to use all its movement to dance without leaving its space and has disadvantage. Okay. That's
Yeah, he's
amazing.
still talking stuff. He's not charmed.
Right, he's just stuck dancing.
Yeah.
What kind of dance
Okay.
is he doing?
The
It-
autos.
I don't know,
Like a
Nadam.
jig?
What's a draconic
It
dance?
says
you'd be
it has
doing?
to be a comic dance.
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty martial. It's, kind of like sword dancey, but he doesn't want to be doing it, so it probably looks very silly.
No, it's comic. It says comic. He's like,
Or
I
rather,
don't know.
yeah, Burnham, is it your dance that he is forced to do? Like,
No. He can do like some sword dance. That's fine. It's just that like he, as you said, he doesn't want to, so it's not coming out right.
it's goofy and he's just like chopping. It's very silly.
This is meant to be a 2-person number.
All right. All right. It goes next, and it's going to attempt to save against this. What's your save DC, Brenham?
19.
19. It definitely does not. Wait, and so wisdom save? It does not succeed at that.
Nice.
So it's just stuck there dancing. And it's just What is this magic? Stop this at once.
Don't worry. Go with the flow. We are just going to search the house. No big deal. Let's go search the house.
Yeah, I'll go right out the door because I'm next.
Okay, so you're going out of this parlor area.
Yeah, to go search the house.
Okay, perfect. So you step out into the house, and it's a pretty typical, like you saw a bit of this as you walking in, but it's basically just a big mansion. Kind of relatively wide hallways with art and stuff, and rich person tchotchkes on display. And you step out into a hallway that goes all the way down to what appears to be a large kitchen area or a dining area, and then a couple doors off to the side.
Okay. Let's
You
pick
know
a
what we
door
could've
off to the
done?
side.
Okay. I guess I will pick one at random. Okay. So you step to the door, and this is a privy. You found the bathroom.
I'm gonna take a quick break, and then
Whatever you got to do. Yeah.
Airden's turn.
Dwarven
Is that a
Ale will do
bonus
that
action?
for you. I don't. Weirdly enough, I don't think there are rules for that.
It's an action.
Airden, it's your turn.
I'm
Wow, just a 6-second dump.
yeah.
It's efficient.
I'm very confused, so I'm just gonna bless some people. Because it's always good to have bless. Arena, Nadam, and Baranum.
Thanks.
Nice.
Okay.
And then are you gonna leave the room too?
No, I want to be here in case he breaks out.
in song? Song and a dance? This place is great.
He just gives up and starts singing a marching tune to go with his dance. All right, Nadam, it is your turn.
So what else is in this parlor?
Not much. There's a bunch of nice couches and chairs. There's a small desk in the corner with some writing implements. There's all the drinks that you had. There's a fireplace. It's very clearly like meant for guests that you may or may not invite further into the house kind of room.
Cool.
There's not
I
much of
will
interest in it.
draw my sword.
Okay?
No, my cool animated whip. And
Nice.
I have to choose. I've got so many.
See, this is why you didn't get a
And-
visa.
And I'm going to ready an action to attack the Abishai when the spell ends on it.
Okay. Great. Sounds good.
The first head of Tiamat, shining in green.
Oh, dear. Irina, your turn.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
get it,
ahead
baby.
and concentrate on the description we got of the gem and cast locate object.
Oh
Ooh,
my god,
okay.
you're so good at everything.
Excellent. So it can look at a specific object as long as you've seen it up close.
Or the
Otherwise,
nearest
the
object.
nearest one of a particular kind. Yeah, this is a fairly unique item given that you have the description. Okay, yeah. It is definitely within the house. So it's definitely within 1,000 feet of you. And
Okay.
it is sort of up and to the left.
Okay, I'm
from where
gonna
you
shout
are.
that out to them.
Okay. And then I guess you still have a move left if you want to
Sorry, you
move
said it's
somewhere.
up.
Are there any
Rena?
stairs? Do I see? Yeah, up and to the left. Do I
Okay.
see
Not-
stairs?
Not in this room, but
I'll go-
maybe somewhere else in the house.
Go to the hallway.
Okay, yeah, you step out in the same hallway. Same thing. Rogar is off using the necessary. There's a kitchen in the back. There's multiple other doors here, and there's the way you came in, which leads back towards the front door. You don't actually see a set of stairs from where you are.
I will also open a random door, hopefully not Rogar's door.
No, that one's. I assume Rogar's not the type to close the door when he does this, so that's totally fine. You can tell where he is. You
You
found
can hear
sort of
him
an.
breaking things. Is that a
You-
bridge
He's-
diorama?
he's-
Boom!
All right. You find a sort of study or an office, and this one does actually have a small flight of stairs in the back that goes up somewhere.
Ooh, perfect. I'm gonna tell them.
Okay. And that brings us to Theo.
I follow Arena and go towards the stairs. I think for a minute about going to the kitchen instead, but I guess there's not a staircase in there, so I don't.
Okay.
And before I leave the room with the dancing, now kind of dragon, I say, "Thank you for the fruit drink. It was delightful." And then I go join Arena.
He just snarls at you. He's very clearly angry.
Maybe that's in the way his culture says you're welcome. I don't know.
It's not.
I'm a stranger to free plan. I'm not sure.
Oh my god! Did people see Alex?
Yes.
No, I missed it.
Did
The extra stab of the hand jack.
she added a an obscene gesture to the hand check.
Nice.
Your mom is
Stream
watching, by
rated?
the way.
So Theo, you can make it part of the way up the stairs, and you go up, and it turns around on itself and goes back up, and you actually get to the top on the next floor, and you're just in sort of a hallway.
Yeah, I'll wait for Arena to join me. That's probably the end of my movement.
Yeah, that's as far as you can get with your movement.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the top of the round. We're on Burnham.
All right. First, I'm going to. I still have to concentrate, but I can do other things. I'm going to pull out Stash and like toss him towards the dragon thing, and be like, "Yeah, where are your keys? He'll get them for me. You don't want me to break down the doors anyway. It's a nice house." Take out Iron Fang.
Okay. He does not respond.
Okay.
He's not going to tell you where the keys are.
Oh, you don't want to talk then? Well, Stash tries to find those, and I'm going to take out a little bit of clay and fashion it. Well, I'm going to start doing this. This might take more than a round. I'm going to make a little dragon-shaped muzzle out of clay, like a very small model of one for a spell. I don't know if I can do that this round, but I'm starting to do that.
Yeah, I'll say you can get that done in this round.
Cool.
And then, so Stash is just crawling over this guy looking for keys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't find anything. He's not carrying any keys, as near as you can tell.
Damn.
Okay, the Abishai gets to go again. It's again going to try to break out. This time it definitely succeeds.
Damn it.
And Nadam attacks.
Correct. All right, what is your attack?
Whippy business.
You get to add a D4.
I'm
Bless
gonna
you.
whip it.
Whip it good. Do 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 do.
Yeah, hits.
Don't need that D4.
I'm going to whip it good.
Oh man.
Is
Okay.
your roll working? That's the same value.
It's min
That's
damage.
one
for
and a
me.
one.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate damage. Okay, yeah. Both of those hit, and it has taken 12 slashing damage. Is the whip magical?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Got a snake head.
And it curses at you in Draconic, some offensive slur for Dragonborn.
That's pretty rude, to be honest.
It roughly translates to dragon bastard.
Yeah, something like that. Okay,
That's very
Rogar,
rude.
I'm going to assume you're spending your turn looking for the toilet paper.
Does it not get? Oh, it spent its turn doing it.
It's interesting doing that, yeah. Yeah,
I
it
was
also
reading
gets
myself the other quicker way, but
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, the other that was just action. It's going to use its move to leap across the room right to Unidom. So it's just in melee with you now.
cool.
Wait, sorry, did it leave my threatened space?
If you were standing next to it, then sure,
Yeah, can I opportunity attack it?
you can.
Great.
Oh, me too.
Going to.
No, Nadam, it moved towards you.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah,
Oh,
it,
sure.
it jumped towards Nadam, but it.
Oh, okay. I thought it jumped towards Rogar.
I'm
Does
sure
a
Erden
14
will want
hit?
to know
A
if this
14
is
does
a
not hit.
demon devil
Damn
kind
it.
of dealio.
Should have blessed myself. Could have made him movement speed 0.
Okay, Rogar, it is your turn.
All right. I'll open the next random door.
Okay. You find what have we done? We've done the restroom. We've done the study. This is actually a sleeping room. So there's a large bed. There's a closet. that looks like it's had some just random stuff stuffed in there. It doesn't look like it's been used much recently. There's not a lot in here. There's a dresser and a
Yeah.
an
I'm
end
just gonna,
table.
like, lean in and casually lift up the entire bed with one hand.
Sure, of course,
With my
because you have 24
score of
strength.
24. And just look under and like, nope, no gem here.
Nope, no gem. Just some dust and bits of broken wood and some
Head
other
out towards
trash.
the next room.
Okay. So that's all the rooms in the hallway. You have noticed Irina and Theoden going into the office area, and then there's the kitchen at the far end.
They're going upstairs, right?
They're going upstairs, yeah.
Oh, wait for me! And I'll
Okay,
head over to the stairs.
cool. Eridan.
Can I catch up to him to try and grapple him?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. It's Lily. You are my expert. Athletics.
Yeah, I don't know the grapple rules.
No, I know the grapple rules. I have them literally right here.
I roll athletics against their athletics or acrobatics, right?
So
Yep,
you
correct.
roll. Sorry. Okay. Wait. Yeah, your athletics check, and they get to
25.
choose between athletics or acrobatics.
Bobby.
Oh,
Roll against
Yeah,
my
he's good.
25.
against your 25?
And you can roll, Bobby. You can roll either athletics or acrobatics,
I'm
whichever's
rolling
better.
athletics.
Mhm.
And that does not beat that. So I think he is now grappled.
Yes. So now you are grappled.
He can still
and
okay.
attack and take
ungrapple
action
later.
and stuff, but
On their turn, they have to do that same thing.
Okay. If they want to ungrapple, otherwise they can just
Yeah.
attack, right?
And I think, and Eridan, you have to roll again too.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same roll off.
So
Yep.
what's the restriction on their actions when they're grappled?
They can't
when
move.
you are grappled,
Their movement speed is 0.
Okay.
Yeah, your move speed is 0. And you can't like attack or do a lot of your other basic actions until you are ungrappled.
That's not true. Your speed is 0.
Yeah.
And
Well, like you,
yeah,
Jake, you
that's it.
can't do a spell if it has a
Let me click on the
material
grapple
component.
You
You
can.
can't attack.
You can.
Okay, well that's not how I remember it working.
I'm looking at the condition right now. It's just the
Okay.
grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed.
Yep. Ends
I
if
thought
the
it was you
grapple is
couldn't attack.
incapacitated. Also ends if the effect. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Next
I
is
feel like
Nadal.
they did it as you couldn't attack, but whatever.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to attack him properly this time.
Excellent.
Uh,
Oh,
Wait,
don't
wait,
make
wait.
me
If its move
punch.
speed is 0, do you have advantage?
Doesn't say that in the thing.
That is up to the DM, but you're
Yeah,
flanking him, so
I will say you can have advantage. Yeah.
you're certainly
I feel
flanking
like
him, right?
you
Like
would.
it's like
Certainly-
Eridan's holding the guy and you're punching
Yeah, you're
him, right?
flanking him and he's held still. Yeah, definitely take advantage. For sure.
the crazy serpent whip is going to be like, and like kind of like serpent tamer, snake charmer do a thing, and then
Okay.
like blue smoke that usually comes off Nadam's sword is going to start coming off of it. And I'm going to make 2 attacks.
Try not to kill him. We don't want to make this too messy.
With advantage.
Correct.
Bum, bum.
Oh, and a D4 that you get to add,
Okay.
I don't
That
think I need
hits.
to.
but it's there.
Ooh, that's a
Bam.
different level of damage. Okay.
And then again.
Definitely hits.
There
Okay,
you
so
go.
30 damage.
30 damage.
Sounds good. Okay. And then
Eridan, I
Irina.
am definitely getting that whip like too close to you.
The face, the face.
Oh wait, hang
I'm gonna
on.
put this on
Oh,
coins.
no, never mind. These things are immune to poison, so I'm not even gonna roll the poison damage.
Yes, that's correct. Irina, it is your turn.
Okay. Would Irina have any idea if this thing, with all her demon hunting, would she know if this thing is native to this plane?
Yeah, I would say definitely. And the answer is, well, generally no. You're not totally familiar with what goes on in Vizeria.
Yeah.
If you were to encounter this in Azamar, you would say definitely not. This
And
is
I will-
generally native to one of the hells.
Yeah. I will go ahead and try to banish it.
My
Okay.
memories, Quoros.
What is the save DC for your banishment?
Charisma 19.
19. Okay. Its charisma is that. Okay. It succeeds.
Okay. Cool.
Good job, Irina.
Yeah.
Theo.
All right. Yeah. I'm with Irina, so. Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
had
would
that-
have had to walk back. My bad.
Yeah, Theo, you were actually on the second floor. You
Oh,
had
I
just-
thought she caught up to me. My bad.
No, she went back and tried to banish the Abishai.
I somehow thought she did that from upstairs. Now
I'm right
realizing,
behind
which
you,
is
though.
Foolish.
You and me are up here. King party.
Cool. I'm just in the hallway.
Yeah, so there's this hallway is a little smaller. It kind of seems
Yeah.
like you're sort of in a back part of the house because it's a massive
She
house. It's a
said when
multiple
we went
stairwell.
downstairs that it was up and left.
Mhm.
Is it clear to me which way of those would be left from down there?
It is actually, yes. So there is one particular room that is closed. That
Okay.
that the door is closed. And that would be left. Correct.
Oh, can I like sneakily go up to that door and listen at it?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perceptify. Sorry, I was finding it hard to find the button. 11.
Yeah, you don't hear much inside.
Okay, cool. And I open the door.
It's locked.
Oh,
Doesn't stop an Eldritch brother.
yeah. Can't I just like take my hammer and just smash the handle off?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll. You just smash through this door.
Yeah,
Just
great.
utterly bash it to splinters. This is not a fortress. This is a rich person's house.
Great.
And inside, you see Dolwyn, and he is holding that gem in one hand, and he's saying something under his breath.
Ooh.
Near as you
can
can
I-
tell is the somatic component of a spell.
Can I speak as a free action?
Sure.
Something
Theon's
happened
casting a
to your
spell.
steward.
Okay. He doesn't respond. He's concentrating on his spell.
Get within
Okay.
5 feet of him.
I don't know. Do I have more actions left? Because if I do, I'll try to like obviously attack him. But
I'll say you have some move left. You used your action to bash the door down, but you could get in melee with him if you
can
wanted.
my move be like moving into his face,
Yeah.
like shouldering into him
Sure.
mightily?
I'm not gonna like disrupt his spell, but you can just get up in his grill if you want, for sure.
That's desirable.
He'll disrupt
Okay.
his own spell.
Oh wait,
Okay.
he's casting a spell within 5 feet of me.
That's true. He is.
There we go.
It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Shit. I have to find my thing. Hang on. Okay, okay.
The
Work.
only time
I never get to
in
use it.
Theo's entire life, guy casting a spell, I want to talk.
Okay. Shit. Alex, where is my shit for this?
It's what is it? Anti something?
I don't
Anti-magic.
know.
Anti-magic field.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
The only ability you've wanted to use all campaign, and you don't know where it is.
Okay, wait. It has to be on his turn that this happens, I think, because it's a reaction.
Okay.
All right, so
So-
when it's his turn, let me know.
Let's say it's his turn now, because this is the end of the round. You
Okay,
had the
great.
lowest. So yeah, this we're gonna come back to the top of the order, and let's say it is now his turn, because he I don't know, took a ready or something, and he delayed a while ago.
Sure.
So it is now on his turn, and you may use your reaction.
So I have some kind of hammer out, because that's what I use to break the door. So
Okay.
I'll just hit him with that as my reaction. Does
Sure.
a 19 hit him?
Yes.
Is he a giant?
No.
Okay.
just a person.
19
Giant
damage.
dragon devil.
Okay.
When I damage a creature that's concentrating on a spell, it has disadvantage on the saving throw it now makes to maintain its concentration.
Okay.
If it tries to cast a spell on me, I have advantage against that spell.
It is not casting on you. Okay.
Well, if it decides to now, which it might.
So here's what happens.
Okay.
He yells out, which you'd think would disrupt his spell because he was talking. And he actually staggers away from you. But the gem just stays where it is, where he was holding it, in the air, floating. And it's got this definitely magical glow going on. And all of you hear this sort of whooshing sound. And all of you are brought somewhere else. And you feel this shocking sense of movement and then a sudden stop. And you kind of feel this vague vertigo. And you are floating somewhere else. Everything around you is just clouds of sort of silver. And you are in the astral plane.
Yo,
I would like to hurl.
Courage lives.
The night between
I'm sorry?
stars.
I would like to hurl.
Okay, you can hurl as a free action if you'd like. I won't even penalize you for having already used your
Well, I'm
reaction.
just gonna float
The
around
puke is
you.
made of pure thought.
Also known as Inter Astra Nox in our setting.
Ah, that's right. Thank you.
That's true.
And in front
Yeah.
of you,
We
That was a really good
Wait,
evil
where is
laugh.
the-
Wow.
Oh, it's the book in front of me.
That was
Wait.
just my regular laugh.
Wait,
Oh, well, that makes sense.
You're not.
What, guys?
You
This is
wouldn't.
just my laugh.
Floating
You
in
wouldn't
front
have
of
us
you
fight a-
is a ship that
Okay.
looks kind of like that.
Oh, cool.
Wait, can you show again?
Yeah, sorry, that was too fast. It is this kind of winged vessel,
No,
kind of just
that looks like
hovering
an alien.
there in the astral plane, in the astral like fog.
Maybe that's the four-stop animal that we're here to fight.
It's the worst stuff.
The four-stop beast.
For a
And
moment,
you-
I thought you were going to hold up a picture of an astral dreadnought.
You know, I briefly thought about it. When I was putting this encounter together, I considered it. So you look around and you see that the Abishai is here, in the astral plane with you. But
Good.
Dolwyn is not, and you don't entirely know where he is or what happened. But before you can think too much about that, from the edge of that ship, you hear a roar, and sort of leaping off of it and flying towards you is a red dragon with a Githyanki on its back, and it's holding up a giant silver sword, and it's yelling some sort of battle cry.
This is
Uh-oh.
a fight. Yeah.
What is it, Githyanki?
A Githyanki is,
They're like the weird mind flayed things, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they
They
are.
I always
Let's
mix
get
them
a
up with
better
the Githzerai.
So yeah,
Oh,
they're,
wait, is
they're,
that
they're the
Githzerai?
ones that
The
aren't
Yankee
Githzerai.
are the fighty ones, and the Gitzerai are the
Yeah, you know,
monkey
Yankee.
ones.
They fought in the
contemplative
war.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. Short answer is they are creatures that live in the astral plane and like raid other places for stuff, and they've got this like immortal lich queen, and they look like that. No, wait, they look like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, the other one's a Githzerai.
Well, and if you're a Githzerai, you'd be damn Yankees.
Yeah, they look kind of like scurry bounty hunters.
Very scurry.
Okay,
Agree.
so that
But-
one has now joined the fight.
They don't be.
We've got an Abishai.
They do have an Abishai. You don't have an Abishai.
No, we
the
don't.
Abishai is an Abishai.
Is that the same Abishai?
It's the same
Yeah, we're
Abishai.
playing Abishai.
That one got brought here with you.
Semantic satiation.
Abishai.
Abishai. What did I roll for that? That's a that. Okay. Jake, can
It
you
wasn't
add
a
a
word to
creature to
begin
the
with.
tracker with an
I
11 initiative for me?
Can indeed. It's gonna
Awesome.
be this, because I don't have a dragon token. With an 11,
Doesn't
you say?
matter. Yeah.
Alright, so
Okay,
sending-
and that just brings us back to the top of the initiative. So, Baronum, it's your turn again. You are now all floating in the astral plane.
Oh, right.
Yay.
And things are getting extra scary, and there's extra dragons, and so I'm going to Finger of Death the Abishai.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Get
Dirk
one
will
of
show
these
up any
guys
minute.
Out of the way. Yeah,
Holy
con save
fucking
for him.
shit.
Otherwise, 66
DC con
damage.
save of 66 damage. Okay, and is it half if he succeeds?
Pretty sure, yeah. Let me read that. Half, yeah.
Okay, he has succeeded. So,
Oh.
Only
I thought it was like
33.
if you succeed,
only
you just
33
straight up
damage.
die.
Can't whip out power word kill.
He's saving
good,
that
but you'd
for
have to
the other
time
stuff.
the HP well. Okay. The Abishai's turn. The Abishai is going to let out this sort of roar, and to you guys, it's vaguely unsettling, but nothing happens to you. But for the Githyanki and the dragon, it seems to really like energize them, and they get this like fire in their eyes.
Wait, was it a spell? Was it near me?
It was not a spell.
And it was not near you.
It wasn't actually near you. You're all you're not where you were in the house. You're all kind of in just a blob
cluster.
together, but it was not in melee with you. No.
Ah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Next up is Rogar.
Can I swim through the air?
So the way it works in the astral plane, or interastronox, is you just think yourself in a direction. So you're all floating, you're not falling or anything, there's no gravity, but you have nothing to push against to move. So you just actually think, and you will go. And in fact, if we were playing a little more concretely, your move speed would be something like 3 times your intelligence score. So Baron can just zip around, and the rest of you move kind of slowly. But I'm not going to worry too much about that.
That's hilarious. Is that in the DMG?
Yeah.
That's so
The
cool. I
Dom
need
is
to read
now
more
He's
of
too
it.
smart, you
slowest
can't
member
catch
of
him.
the party.
Oh my
For
god,
once.
that's true.
All of you should relish that.
Yeah.
I will.
It's a good moment.
I never thought I'd beat you in a race, Natom.
Nadam is the slowest and Burnham is the fastest.
We dwarves are natural sprinters.
My normal move speed is 25.
Well,
Now
it's
my move
60.
speed is, 27.
Now you know what it feels like to be one of
swap
us.
speeds.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'm gonna charge right at this dragon,
Okay.
Dragon.
wielding the holy warhammer of Moradin. I almost said
Yeah,
the
you
other
are.
god. And I'm going to expend a charge while I rage of the power within the holy warhammer of Moradin.
Okay.
Where it's gonna do knockback, which I don't know what that will do in a. It normally makes people go prone. I don't know what that does in the astral plane.
It'll do something. Yeah. Okay.
It will be negative.
It sort of just like bumps it off course. So rather than going prone, like it was thinking itself at you, and now it's kind of spiraling off to the side for a little bit before it corrects itself.
Great, and then we'll throw some attacks its way.
Yeah, let's do that.
Reckless attack, so I get advantage. Ouch! Only an 18 to hit.
An 18 actually does hit.
Heyo. And then D10 plus 7. Wait, it's more than 7 because I'm raging. Hold on. Because it's rage plus 4 damage, so plus 7 plus 4. So 19 damage on the first one,
Okay.
and then a 32 to hit on the second one for
That hits.
12 damage.
All right, so 31 damage. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. After Rogar is Eridan.
Cool. Super stealthy so that she doesn't notice. Shield of Faith on Arena.
Aw.
And then I'm going to...
So sweet.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot it with my Bow of the Holy Avenger.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm going to try that again. Hey!
I'm not seeing any rolls.
Yeah.
That was a 25.
Okay, 25 hits.
Cool. And it does 16 damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also not seeing the rolls, which is fine, but kind of weird.
That is weird.
16 damage. This is on the dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, does 21 hit?
I'm sorry?
21 hit.
21 hits.
They all
Cool.
came in at once.
That's another 11 damage.
Okay. Nice.
That's my turn.
Okay. Does the Bow of the Holy Avenger do anything? Oh, it just includes the radiant damage. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Nadam.
Excellent. I want
The
to
suddenly slow Nadam.
There's a big dragon and an Abishai. I'm gonna look at the Abishai and I'm just gonna say, my challenge isn't done yet, and I'm going to keep fighting the Abishai. So
Sure.
he's going to get a wheep.
A wheep, you say.
Also, you guys have lost your bless.
Sad.
He's going to get another
I
wheep.
had no bless.
Yep, that 22 hits, 29 hits.
He's
So-
going to get a punch.
Oh my god.
that
15 does not hit.
I'm just gonna re-roll it.
Okay. Monks, man. That hits. Okay.
Nice. And I'm gonna spend 1 key point to hit him one more time.
Oh my god!
34 damage so far. That hits. Okay.
Nice.
47 damage. Disgusting.
And I'm gonna spend 1 more key point.
But could
Worried
you
that
not?
my homebrew bow was broken, and then this happened.
To do what exactly?
To just do some more damage. 7 more.
I just look at him.
You just do more damage.
I just
I
glared
can
really
spend a
hard.
key
Just
point.
applies
When I hit with an
damage.
attack, I can spend a key point to do an extra weapon damage die.
So what happens is you punch him, and he goes, "That didn't hurt too bad," and then you look at him, and he goes, "Oh God, ow!"
So basically, I can spend key points to crit when I hit stuff.
That sounds balanced.
Balance spirit.
And this
My favorite
Abishai
part
is
is that I am playing I'm playing the worst monk.
And that Abishai is definitely hurting.
And it's
One
are
might go so far as to say he is bloodied.
your Kensei weapons are your whip and your sword, right?
My whip and my sword, my longbow, and my other sword and my darts.
Okay.
I have a lot of weapons too, so I don't judge.
Okay. So the dragon is going to turn. It got blown out. It was kind of charging down towards you, and then Rogar has like deflected it off a bit. But it's able to sort of come about, and it's going to reach up with its long draconic mouth, and it's going to do that dragon thing where it breathes fire. And it's actually going to hit. How big are we talking here? 30 feet. Okay. It's actually just going to hit. Yeah, it's going to hit everybody. It's no worries about hitting the Abishai because the Abishai does not care. So I need everyone to make a DC. I guess I shouldn't tell you the DC. I need a dexterity saving throw from everybody.
Everybody
Real
add
good at
5.
those.
Oh boy, I'm toasted.
I got a 28, but even though I got a 28, I'm still going to use a reaction to increase the DC by 4 and also do 10 force damage to everything within
Damn,
30
man.
feet of me.
This
And
is
also,
a dexterity save against an effect I can see.
Yep.
woo!
Then I get it. Damn!
Damn.
Yeah.
Join the
Good
party,
roll.
bitches.
Everybody
I
get
got
ahead.
11.
Okay, so Aridin, that's unfortunate, but
Yep.
these things do happen.
It's okay.
And everybody is +5 of what it is because arena.
Yeah.
For the-
I am not, unfortunately, going to roll the super cool fireball dice because it's
Oh my
actually too
God.
many dice involved.
Oh,
It's
my God.
it's 16d6. We'd be here all night.
Oh,
If
can
you
I
failed,
inaudible?
if you failed, take 56 damage.
Ow!
If you succeeded, take half of that, which is 28.
What was
What
If
it?
if
you're a
we got
monk,
nat 20?
take none.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What if we got nat 20?
Then you take half damage unless you have a class ability
You
that says
look super
otherwise.
cool.
What was half? 20?
28.
28.
Yeah, then you
Alright.
styled on it, Theo, but you still took the damage.
Alright.
Nadam
Very
totally
stylish while
like
doing it.
You get this amazing
Whip.
like flip and you stick it and then you just get burned.
Yes, stick the landing.
And then it
Nadam
sort of
definitely blocked the blast with the Abishai.
who was
Right,
not
yeah.
damaged by that, but was definitely put out. Okay, so the dragon then is going to fly the Githyanki on its back up to Rogar, because Rogar is the one that decided to annoy
Sorry,
it.
the dragon is flying the Githyanki?
The Githyanki is riding on the dragon.
Burn him.
Cool.
So it flew down with the Githyanki mounted on it, and now it flies towards you.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm
and that's
picturing
all
it the other way now. You can't undo it. The dragon is on the Githyanki.
Oh, is that what I
It is
said?
the
Yes.
plainest pure thought.
Damn it!
Whatever.
Talking is hard. Yeah, that's right. It's a plane of pure thought. There's no gravity, so you can do that. Okay.
It's more intelligent, so it's the faster flyer. No, that'd be if it was a Githzerai.
So funny.
Okay.
Astral plane.
Rogar, your AC is what? 19?
19.
Okay. That hits. And that hits. So you are taking 23 points of damage. 23 points of rate of slashing damage plus 34 psychic damage. Which I'm aware you don't care about that either.
The slashing damage. Wait, I have resistance to a bunch of damage types. I
Are
resist
you
the
a totem
slashing
of the bear?
damage.
This is a magical weapon if that affects anything.
It does not affect that. So
Okay, cool.
Is
28.
Rogar a
14.
totem of the bear barbarian?
I don't think so.
Then he is resistant to slashing, not psychic.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Okay.
30 what?
And if he was
psychic?
a totem of the bear
34?
barbarian, he'd be
34 psychic.
Yes, my other character in my other game is a totem of the bear barbarian. He's just resistant to everything when he rages.
in that case, he'd be resistant to the slashing and not the psychic.
All right. Irina, it is your turn.
Okay, quick question.
Yep.
If a spell says I strike the ground, creating a burst of divine energy, can I hit my shield?
Yeah. Sure.
Cool. Dope. Can I get within 30 feet of both the dragon and the dragon dude?
Yeah.
Not dragon.
Yeah, it's just kind of turning into a scrum. You're all pretty close together, so sure thing.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Destructive Wave
Okay.
Damn.
and do 5d6 thunder damage and 5d6. I'm gonna go with Radiant.
Okay. And then they need a Constitution save. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Okay.
And what's your save DC?
19.
Okay. That.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
It's very colorful.
I know.
Holiday season.
Okay. Sorry, I have too many monsters here.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. Sorry. Kind of the point.
Okay. So they take half that, right? If they succeed.
Yeah, if they save. Yeah.
Okay. Great. They all successfully saved. So
Okay.
they all take
that's fine.
17 of this damage.
I'll take it
The
anyway.
mix of thunder and radiant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Nice even blend.
Yes.
And
It
Theo.
brings out the flavor.
Yeah. Well, not quite in my element with this floaty business, but this is why I'm happy I have my dwarven thrower. So I'd like to throw that.
Okay.
Yeah. Have we seen more of the ship itself yet?
No, it's just floating there. It's pretty small. I know it looked kind of cool.
Does it
in
look
that-
like the airships we saw
No.
before?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
No, nothing like
That was
those.
my main
Sounds like
question with that.
Bug wings.
It looks
Yeah,
like a dragonfly to
It's
me.
a weirdly like insect looking. I think that's a good way to describe it.
All right. I'll just dwarven thrower at the Yankee.
Okay.
Because I don't know if that will throw the dragon off or not, but I don't really want to attack the dragon straight up, so. Oh, Jake, I still have inspiration.
I'm taking that to the grave.
You better use it now.
Did you get that in the first
I might.
season?
Yes.
Does a 21 hit that guy?
Yeah, for sure.
17 Uchis.
Oh,
And,
jeez.
sorry, 17 what now?
Inch damage?
Uchis, okay.
Bludgeoning Uchis, specifically.
Sounds good.
I believe if he fails to save, he has to say Uchi Buchis.
That's a 1. Can I use my inspiration for that?
Sure.
Yes, that is how that works.
I'm afraid I'll forget to use it now, so I'm using it now.
Okay.
Yeah, 26.
Definitely hits.
All right. 6. Jake, how does my thing work? I re-roll 1s and 2s on damage.
Correct.
Okay, I have to re-roll 1d8.
Okay.
Hang on.
For both of them, you have a 2 in each of these.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh yeah.
roll
So we're gonna
Jake,
two
do
subtract
the
d8.
two
math
and
for Bobby
add your
so
new
his
roll.
life is easy.
10 more damage,
All right.
Bobby.
Easy.
Okay.
I like it.
And then I have another attack. Sorry, I just do attacks all day.
Attacks are good things to do. I hear.
21 damage.
Yep. Sure.
Is this guy still alive? This is a little bish.
This dude is like just tanking this, man. He's kind of annoyed at you, but
Well,
He's
it's
just sitting there on
magic
his
and
dragon.
it's bludgeoning, so whatever.
Okay.
But
you,
All right,
all
and
of
my
the damage
last-
is applying.
my last Uchi.
How fast does this thing come back? Are you like just whipping this out? and
Really
just
fast
zipping
if I
back?
can do 4 in one turn.
Super amazing image.
And I have to
Just
re-roll
Mjolnir just flying in circles.
1d8 of those. Oh, but I
It
got
doesn't
2
even-
again, so.
It doesn't even
no
come back.
change.
It just flies over to him and just knocks on him a couple times like a knocker.
Theo
Yeah,
throws
pretty
it and then just goes in a big circle around it, and he's like trying to catch up, so it goes in another circle inside, and it whacks him.
Okay, the commander is going to use at the end of Theo's turn. It's going to use its technically 2 of its legendary actions, and it's going to attack Rogar again, which it completely misses, despite having advantage on the attack roll.
Don't worry, I bought this armor. They told me the brand of the armor is plot armor.
Ah,
Made
a
by
very
General
famous word.
Manufacturing.
There's a
Simply Bud
tag
had
that
that
has
for
like
about 3
a little
seasons.
plot of land.
The plot family, we care.
All right, Burnham, it's up to you.
So the dragon breathed fire all over the Abishai, right?
Yep.
Does that mean they're within 30 feet of each other?
Yeah.
Cool. Chain lightning these dudes.
Oh, yeah,
Woo!
you love to see it.
Do it.
You love to see it.
Deck save.
All right, deck save
Nice
against a
roll,
19.
Brandon.
So that's that.
Amazing.
Okay.
I love you.
That is
That's that. Okay, and that's that. Okay. So the base damage is 48. Half of that is 24. Awesome.
Take that, you bastards. Stash is still on the Abishai also.
Okay.
Don't.
Well, what is Stashman doing while he's on the Abishai?
It was. Sorry, I wasn't paying enough attention. What weapon is the Abishai using?
The Abishai has I think it might just have its claws. Oh, it's got a Morning Star as well. But
Oh,
it's got
okay.
claws
Oh.
and teeth.
Stash is going to attempt to hinder it by like trying to knock the Morning Star out of like harm's way when he's swinging.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay.
Go, Stash, go.
Speaking of, it is the Abishai's turn. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to let out a slightly different kind of roar than before, and all of you need to make wisdom saving throws.
Fun.
Are you sure it's not a Constitution saving throw?
I'm quite sure, actually.
Oh,
This
but
is
I'm
one of
the
those
best
things I'm
at it.
sure of.
Oh, Burnham.
So I'm gonna use Indomitable to reroll a failed saving throw.
Please do.
Am I close to Arena?
I don't think it matters because a natural one always
Yeah.
fails.
You're not
I'm
close
gonna
enough
roll-
to Arena.
You could have a plus
I'm
infinity.
gonna use Indomitable again to reroll a second failed saving throw.
Okay.
Oh God.
Can I point out, just for the audience, every time I've used this feat, it has never worked, and I have to use all three. I'm doing the third one right now, knowing it will not help me.
No. How?
I just want to say, any fighters out there, don't take Indomitable. It's not worth it.
It's cursed.
It's just part of being a
Really
fighter.
tight.
It's not a choice.
Well, it's a bad choice. Argue with your
Burnham-
DM to get something better.
Burnham and
inspiration.
Theo have failed, so
Yep.
you are both frightened. You have
Okay.
disadvantage on your attack rolls.
No. Anyone within 30 feet of me cannot be frightened.
Okay, then none of you are frightened. Excellent.
Yay!
Well done.
Thanks,
Welcome.
Rita! You should have fucking told me before I did that, but it's okay. It never works.
Well done. Okay.
We've
And
got
then
two
now
paladins, a monk, and a wizard. This party is unstoppable.
it is completely unkillable. All right, Nadam. Despite it being unkillable, the Abishai is going to try. So the
I think it is
Abishai-
going to kill you.
No. Well,
Being
try,
good
but
of death.
probably fail.
Bring
what's
it,
your-
loser.
Your AC is a 22 or 20 right now.
It's a 22 right now.
Okay.
Does Stash have an effect?
That one hits for. Oh, I forgot about Stash. It did not have an effect in this case. No.
Damn it.
I gave him disadvantage on the Morning Star, but he still hit.
Thank you.
Okay, Nadam, 9 piercing damage. Yeah, that's a miss, and that's a miss. It tries to claw and bite you, and both of those miss. Okay.
What a joke.
Look, he tried really hard. Rogar.
The stories about you guys always made you sound much scarier.
Burnham, can't you just take us back out of here? We need to go get that gem.
I don't know how to get us out of here.
Or
Can't
back
you
to there.
shift planes?
Oh, I could probably actually, yeah.
This is the greatest.
I seem to recall you doing that a year ago.
It will
That's
bring
what
us
I'm
out of the entire place. I need the fort tuning rod. It's only attuned to Azamar. It's not attuned to whatever Quoros' Vizeria is. He says in 6 seconds.
Wait, is that how that works?
Yeah, I need a
Okay.
specifically tuned thing.
Interesting.
Really?
Okay.
You actually have a tuning fork like for the plane.
For
You
Azamar,
go
yeah.
ding.
Is that really how it works?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I think there's other ways to get across planes.
Yeah.
But I think they might have more different components.
Oh yeah, you're right. A forked metal rod attuned to a particular.
What happens if
plane.
it's slightly out of tune? Like if you're a little flat on Azamar, where do you go?
Don't you bend my fork.
You go to
Stay out of my
like a
pocket.
mirror universe as
Yeah,
Hazmar
don't
and
do it
everything's
is the
wrong.
answer.
End up in
Everyone has
Barovia.
beards, except for the people who should have beards, and they're clean shaven. That was 21 damage.
Okay. Against
No, wait. 29 damage.
on who?
The dragon,
Okay,
of course.
of course. The only honorable target, really.
I have yet to be able to use my thing where when I crit, it does a fuck ton of damage, because I haven't crit.
You should try critting.
I choose to crit
Trick.
instead.
Is that a thing you can do?
The
Monk
I
legendary...
can do that.
Okay. All right, Eridan.
I'm a Kinsey barbarian.
Oh god, that'd be awful.
All right. I'm going to channel my divinity.
You channel that
It's gonna start.
divinity. You go.
It's gonna start glowing. Then I'm gonna bum rush the dragon,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna action surge, and then I'm gonna beat his ass.
Do it.
So I'm gonna add a 4 to all of these.
Okay.
So does a 31 hit?
Oh yeah.
Well, let me just do all of these, and then I'll do what I'm gonna do on top of this, which
Alright,
is
39 damage plus whatever else, right? What comes next?
I'm going to Divine Smite on all of these.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are. You go. So
Cool.
proud of you.
That's a lot of damage.
65 damage.
Woo!
It's amazing.
Pally power.
That dragon is extremely unhappy with you right now.
Yes.
Okay. Nadam. What you got?
I'm gonna keep wailing on this Abishai,
Wailing.
if that is his real name. Whip.
Okay.
Whip.
Do 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 do.
Oh, hits your neck.
Down.
Wheel.
Punch.
Okay. Okay.
Flurry of blows. Punch again. Reroll that.
Wind it back.
The monk dance. Okay.
And then I'm going to spend another key point to stunning strike him. So all of that damage, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
48 damage, and a con save. Okay. Against a what's the DC?
God, if I know.
Okay.
It's 8 plus my proficiency, which is 6. So that's 14 plus my wisdom modifier, which is 5. And
Okay,
19.
he fails. He fails. He's stunned. How long is he stunned for?
Yes. What, till the beginning or
Till
end
the-
of my next turn?
Till the
I
death
never
of the
u-
universe.
Yeah. All right,
I
Irina.
never use this ability. My turn.
All right. Wait, is it my turn? Oh
It
wait,
is.
it's done. Okay, cool. I think that that dude's fine, so I'm gonna go hit a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bonus action staggering smite. Then I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
Where
So
is
it's
my
going to deal an extra 4d6 psychic damage and have to make a wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So let's start with that. Let me hit it again. Does a 19 hit? Probably not.
19 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, cool. And then I'm going to add some smite. So let's see. 46 for the thing. And then I'm going to go ahead and expend a third level. So that's going to be an extra 5d6, I think. Is that
Okay.
right, Alex?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
6. Oh, I forgot the slash. Sorry. Okay. Cool.
Okay. If I did the math right, that's 57 damage.
Wow.
And that dragon is dead.
Oh, fun.
He's just
Classic
smoked that
Arena
dragon
getting that
to
last
death.
hit.
High five.
Okay.
So the dragon's
Instead
dead.
Instead of gold popping out when you do the last hit, just worthless iron.
What happened? Well, so okay. If the dragon's dead, what about the?
So the Githyanki sort of like instinctively kind of pushes himself up off the dragon slightly, but really the dragon just kind of starts floating there because there's no gravity. And so the
Right.
Githyanki is just now floating slightly above the corpse of this dragon.
Okay,
Sorry,
that was
I think
kind
you
of my
mean the
question.
Githyanki pushes the dragon off of him.
That was riding it. That's correct. Thank you.
Right.
All right, Theo, your turn.
The thrower at this guy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
The
Viz.
Githyanki.
I have not moved from my current seating arrangement. Yes, thank you.
Nice.
I know this is to make up for my fails earlier. Thank you.
Theo's gotten real lazy since he got a hammer that just does all the running for him.
Jake, did I roll any 2s or 1s?
Is Theo getting fat? Is Theo gaining weight?
I don't see any two. Oh no, you rolled 1, 2.
Yeah, there's a 2 in there, so give it another D8, and then.
Why is the damage on the second one not the same?
It doesn't add your ability modifier on a crit, I believe.
Well, no, it says 2d8 and da-da-da-da, and then it
And
says
then
1d10.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's worry about it later.
All right, cool. So I'll just roll a d8. Sorry, I was like, that's weird. Sorry. All right. And then
So
I'll do
5
it again.
more.
Yeah. Okay. I should have asked, is this Githyanki a giant? But I don't
It's
think
not
he
a giant.
is. Someday. Woo! Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Double
Oh, yeah.
crit?
Wow. Okay, and then this is my fourth one. All right.
Okay, I think that's...
Irina, I'm not you, but I'm doing pretty well.
Killing
Okay,
it.
That's a
24
lot of damage.
plus 5 is 29, plus 20 is 49, plus 20 is...
It's a lot of damage.
lot.
But the Githyanki's not quite dead, and it is going to
90. That was
zip itself.
99 damage.
Woo!
That did not quite kill it, but that's amazing, and you should be proud
That's
of yourself.
insane. Irina, I feel almost as cool as you right now, and I feel good.
Dude, you did a shit ton.
I
The
feel really
Githyanki
good
is
about
going
that.
to zip itself forward, grab the stunned Abishai, and then they're both going to just vanish.
Oh.
And they just disappear. But
Little
the
bit
ship is still there. They left the ship behind.
Let's
Let's go get
follow
on
that
board.
trail. Yeah.
The combat is done, but as near as you can tell, you are still stuck here.
Should we hijack the ship now?
Yes.
I don't really know how to get back to the house.
I take this ship in the name of the Dwarven Navy.
Brain
Great.
fly up to the ship.
You
Okay.
take it a prize.
This might be the first dwarven astral airship ever.
So you get on the ship, and Baronum, give me an Arcana check. I guess anyone who wants to can give me an
Oh, yeah.
Arcana check.
I'm looking at everything.
It seems like dwarves would be against flying.
Well, in the astral plane, you don't have much of a choice, do you?
Yeah, so Baronum, you're pretty sure you could fly this thing. And you're even pretty sure you could jump across planes in it.
Ooh.
All they did was add an extra lever. It's very easy.
All the rest is like sailing a normal ship, and then there's a lever that just there's like notches in it that are labeled with different planes.
It
That's
says go home.
Just spin a wheel and then pull the lever.
Is Vizeria listed? Or
Yeah.
is
Yep,
okay, cool.
You can take the Vizeria.
Chunk, 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 chunk. Click.
Okay, so it starts to accelerate forward slightly, and then it jerks forward, and you feel you are slipping between the planes. And you kind of expected to slip between and zap right back somewhere, but actually as you do this, you feel something kind of tug on the ship, and you're getting pulled, and you actually wind up still in Vizeria, but just directly above Dolwyn's house.
not
And you didn't really
inside of
expect
it.
that. No, like floating right above it.
I think we're docked.
Does this thing have any weapons? Start looking around for cannons.
It actually. Oh no, this one doesn't. This one's too small. Some of them have weapons on them. And standing out in the front yard, looking up at you, is Quoros.
Whoops.
And he sort of snaps his finger, and
We're
you
in
all just
trouble.
appear right in front of him. You just zip
Guys,
down.
we're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we are.
No, you're actually not. So, well done. That was not quite what I expected.
Well done.
Do you want that? I don't want that. But anyway,
It belongs to the Dwarven Navy.
I won't fight a war over it.
And sometimes it's on loan to...
Legitimate salvage, I think, is what the lawyers
Of course,
call it.
our allies in Uranabor.
You did very well. Thank you. I didn't expect it to go quite this way, but I didn't expect them to try to bring in Githyanki allies either. That's more than enough treason that I don't really need to worry about any fallout, so well done. I don't know where the gem is. Do you? I still can't sense it. Do you know where it was?
In his
It
office.
was up in his office.
Would you go get it for me?
Dale?
I'll go with you, but I'm not going to be able to see it, so he'll
The dom is
walk me
there.
Okay, so you're
I
all
say-
standing up in the office. This just looks at this point like an inert hunk of diamond. There's no more magic in it right now that you can tell. And Quoros is standing there, and he's looking at you with a puzzled look on his face. That's unfortunate. I still can't sense it. I can't even see it. It looks like you're holding air.
Who's
So I
touching
haven't-
it? Sorry, is anybody touching it?
I thought one of you would have been.
Nadam.
Yeah, I think
Nadam.
Nadam's
The
holding it.
dom picked it up.
Don't touch it, it's pure evil!
It
Tried
doesn't
to
do anything right
dispel
now.
magic on it?
quick question. Iron Fang lets me detect gems. Does it detect like a normal gem, or is it like something else?
Yeah, it detects as a gem. Let's say,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And so Quoros says, okay, I see two ways forward. I still can't see that, but I have this box here. It's a very special box. You could put it in the box for me, and I will hide the box somewhere, and it should be safe. Or you can take it back to Azamar with you.
Wait, how do we know you're the real Quoros? That this isn't some elaborate test to take the gem away from the real Quoros?
Because
we
I
have to
thought
ask
it
a
was...
question only the real Quoros would know the answer to.
What question would that be?
I don't know, Aridane, come up with something.
What kind of goat feed did I slip into your snacks that one time?
If I remember correctly, it was wild oats, and I was really angry about it.
There we go. It's Quoros.
All right, great. Okay, I feel better now.
Let us take that
I
back
don't know.
to
I
Azamar.
think it's a pretty cool gem. Yeah.
I could think of at least a few dragons this would be very safe underneath.
What exactly does it
Like you're gonna give a
do?
precious
What does it
gem
summon?
to dragons
I
when they're
can't even
dwarves about.
see it. I definitely can't tell you what it does.
Fun?
Not to impose too much, but I was sort of looking for large, valuable gems for some spell components. Just normal stuff.
To bring to your king's hold, you mean?
No. This one's for me. We were searching for it for the king, and I was hoping to take a piece off of it that was big enough. And that was going to be a hard sell, real hard sell. I have a feeling. And so, any chance I could just keep this one?
All of you have my permission to take it away from here. I don't want it. How you decide which one of you uses it is up to you, of
Dibs.
course.
The airship and the gem.
Yeah.
No. The airship is a shared resource.
Yes, Theo. Yes.
And
All
then
right.
I whispered to Aaron, I'm like, besides, we don't want to curse fucking gem. This is just magic.
I just thought Burnham should have it.
My court wizard will hold on to the gem.
All right.
I'm still holding it.
Is that Burnham?
Nadam still has it though.
Nadam, I promise, once I've used it for my purposes, it will still be very pretty and it will need safeguarding. At that point, I promise, I shall give it permanently to the Dragon Empires.
We can talk about it on the way.
Good.
All right. Up into the ship with you.
This is the
I have
worst
a
idea in the history of
2 or
trade
3
world.
constitutional crises to go resolve. So it's time for all of you to wake up.
Are you like dissolving the parliament, just suspending it?
I don't want to dissolve it. It's complicated.
Just
I'll see what I
suspending
can
it
do.
so they don't do anything you don't like before a important
Proroguing
deadline?
is the term, if anyone's curious.
He's gonna sequester them by freezing them in time.
I'm just making modern political references to what's going on in
Yep.
the UK.
No, we're there. Yeah.
So Quoros gets you all back into the boat and says, "This is as good a way as I need to send you home.
Bye,
And he
Quoros.
sort of-
Come visit again.
It was good, friends. I truly appreciate you coming. Thank you for your help."
Try to
Be
stay
well.
not evil.
Bye, Quoros.
And he gestures, and the boat just zips off through the astral plane and back to Azamar.
Do we all wake
He's a
up where we were
god,
except
man.
for Rogar, who wakes up in his bed with a boat?
No, you actually all just appear on the boat somewhere in Azamar.
Oh, wow.
You were actually physically present in Vizeria. It wasn't actually a dream.
Oh, wow.
And that's where we're going to leave it. The party somewhere in Azamar in a stolen Githyanki boat. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. We have one more of these, I think. Is that right, Jake?
Yep, next week on
Yeah.
Wednesday. Nicole.
Yeah,
will be
one
running.
more.
Nicole, you want to tell us a
Yes.
little about what you got planned?
Yeah, well, we will be dealing with the aforementioned Raven Rock cult
So excited.
and its impact. So tune in.
I wonder if this gem thing will come back into play. I'm
I
scared
don't
now.
know. Maybe it will.
Yeah, I'm spooked.
Good.
All
We
right.
like you spooked. That's
Thoroughly spooked for next week.
Glad to hear it. Okay, and that's it. Thank you all very much, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
fine.
Bye.